Good afternoon. It's 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. In NFL news today, Adam Schefter reported that the Baltimore Ravens are getting reinforcements and defensive tackle Nnamdi Madubuike, who suffered a career-threatening neck injury in Week 2 of last season. Madubuike underwent surgery at the time, is now expected to be able to play this upcoming season. Also, former Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin will be joining NBC Football Night in America coverage for the 2026 season as a pregame analyst, according to The Athletic's Andrew Marchand. Tomlin was rumored to be head into TV after coaching and is now made official. In college hoops news today, Florida star forward Thomas Houck will return playing for the Gators in 2026. However, Yahoo Sports reports that if Warriors head coach Steve Kerr does not return, they could look to Florida head coach Todd Golden, who has a relationship with the Warriors owner Joe Lacob. Shams reports today that Bulls head coach Billy Donovan is leaving the team on his own to pursue other coaching opportunities, potentially in the college ranks. For a foundation repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Bring news at once on your home with the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Can we all agree on that? Amen.
Amen.
To the people in the back. Dawn's happy about the weather. I know that.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's jumper season.
Romper.
Romper, yeah. What's a jumper?
Probably same thing.
No. I think jumper's pants, though.
I think so, too.
Yes, I think jumper is pants.
There you go.
All
Look
right.
at us.
Look,
Man.
we're already educating ourselves. Dawn
on
Davenport
the
is here, y'all.
What up? Let's go, people.
Now when
We
people
are 2 days away.
Now when people have Joan Jett and the Blackhearts pop up on their satellite radio, they always screenshot me and send me a picture.
I love it.
Slay Dog is on assignment. We'll see what happens there. The executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What up?
What up, Zeph?
Hi, Zeffy.
There's a lot going on. NFL draft, obviously, a couple days away. Justin Mello covers the NFL draft for Sports Illustrated. He'll join us at 3:20. Brian Jones, former NFL linebacker and Texas Star, college football studio analyst for CBS Sports, will join us thanks to our friends at betonline.ag at 4 o'clock. 3HL bingo card at 5:45. Outside of that, it's you guys. 615-737-1045. You want in quickly, we can do it. All this going on, but the news of the day, Zeph, what you got?
I'm pretty sure that Tennessee and Auburn women's golf played against each other today.
For an SEC title.
Oh,
And,
for the love of all that is
Auburn had won 10 SEC championships in women's golf.
Until today.
Tennessee had never played for it.
Until today, Dawn, no more Auburn is no longer on top in women's golf.
They are on top in men's golf.
We're not talking about the men's team.
You know, it's funny.
We're talking about the women's golf.
So Peter,
there we go.
Peter Burns and Tyler Zarzer were doing the broadcast.
Taylor.
Yeah. Why do I always do that, Tyler?
I don't
Taylor. Sorry, TZ. They were doing the broadcast. They were amazing. Peter Burns knows some golf, man.
Oh, yeah.
And Zarzer's been doing it forever, too. So they were great, but they kept promoting the men's SEC golf championships, which I know nothing about, but they're coming up this weekend. And four of the five top teams in the country are SEC teams.
Just means more
How about
on
that?
the golf course. Gotta have,
What are you flipping coins?
yeah. gotta have something.
Yep,
'Cause
615.
you ain't got football right now.
737-1045. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Thank you. Make sure you hit the like button when you're in there. I'm typically in YouTube if you guys see me in there saying things like, what up, people? I'm very well educated and come up with amazing things to say.
Can I give a throw punch on a Tuesday?
Throw Punch Tuesday, presented by Nobody.
I'm
Tuesday, I guess.
sick and tired of this week
Oh.
Why?
because of all this last minute.
Wait, before you go. Okay, I see where you're going. I was going to tell you to don't wish your life away.
I'm not.
Every day's a gift.
No. But because of all this last
No.
minute smokescreen crap that's being put out there by NFL Insider X and NFL Insider Z, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of saying, oh, it might be Jeremiah Love at 4. Oh, wait, the Titans don't like Jeremiah Love. They want Sonny Styles. Oh, wait, no, they don't like Sonny Styles. They want David Bailey. I'm sick and tired of it.
I mean, it could be either one of those three.
It could be any of them. Nobody knows what they're going to pick
Honestly.
except what's in that room.
Or they could trade back. Hell if I know.
Quit flip-flopping. I'm tired of it.
Zeph.
And the Jets, I am so sick and tired of the Jets at 2 because it's been Arvell Reese. It was Arvell Reese for so long. And then it was David Bailey for like 3 weeks. And then yesterday it was back to Arvell Reese. And today it's back to David Bailey. I'm sick and tired of it.
Yeah, but
Quit it.
who are you mad at, though?
Everybody who's putting out fake information out there, quit it. Stop it. You don't know.
Peter Schrager, who had the Titans in his mock draft taking Jeremiah Love, came out with a video over the weekend and says, I talked to someone at Tennessee.
Came out last night.
I no longer think it's Jeremiah Love.
They're lying to you, Peter. Stop putting that out.
Well, how do you know?
I don't know. See,
You might be right.
See, I don't know. I don't think he knows. I don't think anybody knows. The only people that know are in that war room.
Yeah, but
and I don't even think they know yet.
here's the other thing, dude.
I'm tired of it.
All those guys are in the click world.
The clickbait.
And
That's all it is.
if they go with one guy the entire time, then you're not putting out new things for people to click. So you've got to change it around. Oh, what's Schrager saying now? Let me click on it. Instead of, Schrager still with Love. I've already read that. Right?
I'm so
Doesn't
sick.
that make sense?
I'm sick and tired of the smoke screens. It's the worst game we play every year. It's awful. Okay, I'm done. That was my throat punch. All the NFL insiders and all the teams giving them fake information.
Babs, I've never seen him that worked up.
That was a hell of a rant. I feel like I need to offer him some of my anxiety medicine.
I might need it. I just want.
Are you taking it? That when you bring that up, that's the next question I have. to
Yeah,
ask
I missed like 2 days, and if you miss 2 days, that's never good.
I just want to get to Friday where the first round pick is already made, and then you can just relax.
And he's
you. Can I ask you a question?
joining our show.
Can I ask you
Are
a
you
question,
breaking
Babs?
news there?
Maybe. Talk to me, Mayor. Talk to me.
Can you not set an alarm on your phone every day to go off at a specific time?
Yeah, I have one. But sometimes I'm busy doing something, and then I forget to take it. You know what? Shiana happens.
Oh, it does. It does.
Not
All right.
Trump. What is the show about today? What do you think it's about today? The draft.
615-737-1045. George Badgett. I'm with Zeph. Tired of people. People are tired of the draft. You're tired of the draft until it's the draft. Also, it's like a necessary evil. Like you like to witch about it.
Which?
Yeah, but you still like it, and you still consume it.
Oh, I'm going to read every little news nugget. I'm going to watch every little video clip these people put out there, and I'm going to take it all in, and I'm going to hate every bit of it. I kind of do it to myself.
Yeah, you do. But that's okay.
There's a saying that sometimes you miss the pain. You're going to miss the pain once we get out of the draft.
I don't know. I'm going to be tired of debating. Is it Jeremiah Love? Is it Sonny Styles? Is it David Bailey?
Yeah, but once the draft
Are you going to
happens
trade back?
and they have a selection, and, maybe at some point you hear him on your local radio show, and then you fall in love with that guy, and then it all changes, and you forget about all this.
Remember Caleb Farley?
Caleb Farley was great.
He was great the day after. He was phenomenal. On
We
our
all rooted
show.
for him.
What is his drop that we still have on the board?
Oh, let me find it.
Put it on the board.
I rebuke that in the name of...
How about that?
Yeah.
First
He
interview
said
in
that
Nashville.
on our show. Oh, bless his heart.
We
It
all
did
rooted
not
for
work
him.
out.
Yeah, I mean,
make it
sometimes
lame.
injuries happen.
I make it lane in the chat. I'm not tired of the draft. I'm tired of the lies and the backpedaling and the I could hear it could be this guy, or this guy. No crap.
You're tired of the rumors.
I'm tired of
Well,
the
but
Shiano.
it's not even. What did I say? You sent. Was it McShay that said Titans could do Jeremiah Love, but if not, it's Sonny Styles or.
But if not, it
maybe
could be David Bailey.
And I'm like, yeah, no Shiano, Sherlock.
Exactly.
I could tell you that.
I'm going to tell
and
you
I'm
right
not
now.
an insider.
I'm going to tell you right now. I have no idea who they're going to pick.
No.
Boom.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
no.
not going to come on here and go, hey, man, I'm hearing
clue.
Jeremiah Love, blah, blah,
No
blah.
clue.
I have no idea. But that's why it's fun to me.
Yeah, it's
because
just
they're picking high enough where there are like 5 dudes, and it's one of those.
yeah. It's just all the quote unquote insiders that are like, oh, I'm hearing this, and then 2 days later they're like, oh wait, now I'm hearing this. It's like you're not hearing anything.
And
they're telling you some BS.
And the reality of the situation, their board has been done for a while. There is no changing information at this point, unless you're talking about trading.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
those
that.
conversations will go on through the clock even. So, do they trade back? I started doing the A to Z Sports Draft Simulator last night. I couldn't stop. It was like 2 hours.
I did it like 6 times today.
Oh my
and
gosh.
I was trying to figure out the trades. And if they could trade, I think it would be best.
To trade back? Now
Yeah,
you're on
like-
team trade back?
Like, I really like, who is it at 9? Is that the Bengals? Bengals?
No, that's the Chiefs.
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 The
Chiefs are
Bengals
at 9.
traded away their first round pick.
So Chiefs at 9 and 29 and then 35. Mm-hmm. You could get 3 starters if you did that. Hello.
That was my original draft list. Gone.
But if you go back to 12, you could get the offensive guard from Penn State and plug and play. He's your starting right guard. And then at 20, you could get Akeem Mesidor, the defensive end from Miami, plug and play starter on the left side. Theoretically,
That's
there'll be
the
a
Cowboys, by the way, 12 and 20.
yeah, there'll be a battle in there. And then at 35, you could get Boston, the receiver,
Logistically, that
or
sounds
Chris Johnson, the corner, or somebody like that.
that sounds great. I just am imagining what this fan base's reaction is going to be if they go offensive line again in the first round.
I think everybody would
It's
be like, I
okay.
get it.
Yeah.
You need a right guard.
I mean,
Who are you going to put out there?
are you talking if they have 2 first
Jackson
rounders?
Slater?
They trade back? Like,
And then-
I am absolutely fine with
and
that.
then you have 3 picks in the top 35. 3 picks between 12 and 35.
Oh,
And
no,
I'd be
logistically, it
great
works.
with you addressing the elephant in the room that we never talk about right now. I don't know why, because I'm concerned about
Hey,
it.
what if they're planning on re-signing Zeitler after the draft? No, you don't like that?
I don't like any of it. I don't like the offensive line. I don't like what it's been. I don't like what it looks like yet. I don't like it.
What if they think Jackson Slater can start at right guard? I started wondering about
I've heard
that
they
the other
do,
day.
right?
They do like him, I think,
Yeah.
but he's got like 1 game film, right?
Yeah, it's when he came in backed in or
Now,
backed up for a little bit.
They'll
last
have
year.
all the practice tape
Like
from
late.
last year, but what does that tell you?
I'm concerned.
Mhm.
So
Should
I
be.
would be just fine with a, in all caps, Nick Ewing, no more first round guards.
Think
Fair.
about if they did that, they would have 3 first-round offensive linemen.
Yes,
And it doesn't
Skoronski,
look like it yet.
How about that? Titans pick 4th.
And then they got a $82 million guy at left tackle. So
Well, for 1 more year. And you're going to have to address that one.
Yep.
Need competition at center, too, Zeph Dog.
I'm okay with them spending some heavy capital in this draft on offensive line. I think they need to.
You just don't want it as the first pick.
Yeah.
If
Unless
they
they-
trade back.
They could move down to 16 with the Jets and still get that guy probably. How do you pronounce his name again? Ioane.
I don't know. I get it wrong every time I do it.
I actually wrote it down phonetically, but I have so many pages in this book.
You can't find it now.
I can't find it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Ioane.
There you go.
Ioane.
Yo.
There you go.
It looks nothing like Ioane, but
Nope.
that's what it is.
It looks like
What did
Ione.
what did Cosell say about him? I can't remember. We never asked him, did we? Did we go through?
We did last week.
I can't remember what he said about him. I did ask him about him.
I'll have to go look, but I'll look when we're talking with Justin
'Cause-
Mello, and I'll have it for 3:45.
Okay. Last week we asked Cosell about trade back opportunities. So like if they did move back to 12 or 16 or
Yeah.
something, or and 20 or whatever it is. So we did him and Mesidor, and he likes Mesidor too. So I don't know. Trade back. I started thinking about that when y'all brought it up yesterday. Slay thought about it real hard and then decided he was against it because he don't want to pass up one of the dudes at the front.
Yeah, when you're looking at a top 4 pick, jumping down to like 12, just kind of is like
12, 20, and 35. You wouldn't be down with 3 of the top 35?
The full picture looks great, but when you're thinking dropping 8 spots, I mean, and especially with the talent drop off here in the first round, like with those top guys versus that middle, I can understand Slay's point of view on it. So
615-737-1045. Oh, I can understand. Gator Mike in Nashville. Gator Mike, what's up?
First off, Dawn, do we need to give some Zeph some escalitopram, that little anxiety medicine? That's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
Dude, no doubt.
Citalopram, yes.
Citalopram. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Brent, and I told Zeph when he answered the phone, I said I like the Gator Sports update at the top of the hour.
Thomas
How about
out. Thomas out. Coming back to Florida.
that? Thomas Howell, Condon, he'll basically sign the whole team. So, and Chinyelu, he declared for the draft, but he didn't hire an agent, so he can't come back. So
I think they
try to
pronounce
run
it
back after that.
I think they pronounce it
Bad
Chin
luck.
Chinyelu now.
Oh, it changed?
What now?
He pronounces it Chinyelu now.
He changed.
That's so crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
I only
At
know
least-
because
at least
Slade
he did-
had to know because of the SEC network.
Right. Well, I mean, I think, too, it's like at least he didn't totally change his name like Chris Jackson from LSU.
Mahmoud
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf.
Rauf.
Yeah, crazy. Anyways, and also, too, Zeph, here's the way to look at it. It's like Christmas. You know, inside the box, is it going to be an Xbox? Is it going to be a PS5? You know, so you just wait, see what the people in that room pick, and then you're happy. That's my advice, Zeph.
I like it.
My mom made the mistake of
He does not agree. Gator
leaving
Mike.
the non-Santa presents out, like for a month, and give me plenty of opportunity when she wasn't home to easily go through that Scotch tape and put it back. And then I got to the point
That's
where
no
did that,
fun.
I got to the point where I didn't like doing that anymore. I wanted to be surprised. So
It's called
I know, but you
maturity.
did that, Brent?
maturity. That's not a word that goes with me. What?
I said you did do that, though? You peaked?
Maybe.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe. We got to go get it, Mike. We got to
man.
talk about the draft, man. I know you're excited about Florida basketball here in April. But
Oh, that's what I wanted to get my I figured it's going to be all draft all the time.
yes, it will. For good reason, Gator Mike. Thank you. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Justin Mello from Sports Illustrated covers the draft. We'll get his rumors next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Sometimes it's time to upgrade things in your home, like your windows and your doors. And if it is time for you, like it was time for us, then you need to call my friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. I've loved the experience of working with them. Awesome company, awesome family-oriented business, and you might be surprised to learn how affordable those replacement windows and doors can be from Pella. Even more affordable when you tell them that they need to give you the Dawn deal. For the month of April, 55% off Pella certified labor, 0% APR for 24 months, plus an additional 5% off materials. All you have to do is when you go online or call them, schedule your free consultation and just tell them you want the Dawn deal. 615-249-1910. You can stop by either one of their showrooms. They've got one in Franklin on Mallory Station Road. They've got one in Hendersonville on East Main Street. Or the easiest thing to do is just go catch them online. Hop on your phone. Do it now. Schedule that consultation. Tell them to give you the Dawn deal at PellaNashville.com.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Appreciate you being with us. Join 1045 The Zone for a live taping of The Install with Greg Cosell and Buck Rising at the Analog at the Hutton Hotel on Friday, May 1st. I'll be there. Be there as Greg Cosell and special guests break down the Tennessee Titans 2026 draft and free agency. Take questions from the audience and more. The Install Live is sponsored by Two Rivers Ford, local, honest, real, the South's most trusted Ford dealer. Tickets on sale now for $50. To purchase tickets, visit 1045thezone.com. It will sell out. That is a fun, informative evening. You going this year, Babs?
I am not. I will be working beach volleyball
That's
for
right.
ESPN.
That's right.
Same as last year. So,
All right. Well, tell your husband to get a babysitter and come hang out.
yes.
Slay Dog might end up with a microphone. And I think Ramon's going this year, too, so they might tag team that thing. So we'll see. Want to talk about the draft?
Yeah.
It's coming up. 2 days away. Justin Mello. Justin M_NFL is with us now. NFL Draft on Sports Illustrated. Has a book called Titans of the South. We've read through that. Great work, Justin, on the front end. Very, very well done, man.
I appreciate the kind words, Brent. It's, last week we gave away like a special illustrated player trading card, so it went over really well. Titans of the South, people don't have it. I think it's a must-have for a Tennessee Titans fan.
I love it. So we were just talking about, Zeph went on this major rant about how much he hates all the rumors at this time of year.
I mean, kind of lost his mind. I'm not going to lie.
So what's the most believable thing here? And I'll give you some scenarios. So the Jets forever, Arvell Reese, right? David Bailey, perhaps, or the Miami offensive tackle at 3. Now it looks like Jeremiah Love is rumored to go at 3. Titans forever with Jeremiah Love. Now people are saying, no, it's not Jeremiah Love at 4. What is the most believable thing that you've heard lately?
Well, I certainly think the New York Jets, I mean, we all know they're going to be choosing between Arvell Reese and David Bailey at number 2. It felt like it was Arvell Reese early, and this is the funny thing, right, about insider season. The pendulum swung to David Bailey about a week ago. Now it's swinging back to Arvell Reese, it seems. He's once again favorite at number 2 overall. The Arizona Cardinals are the real wild card, I think, at number 3. And obviously, whatever they do is going to have a drastic impact on the Tennessee Titans at number 4. My heart tells me that I have a really hard time believing they would actually take Jeremiah Love at number 3. Now, you look at their running back room. Mind you, none of these are long-term commitments, but they restructured James Conner's contract and kept him around. They signed Tyler Algier to a 2-year deal in free agency. I think he's a very serviceable back who deserves, more reps than he was getting, of course, behind Bijan Robinson. And they've also got Trey Benson, who they drafted in, I believe, the 2nd round just a couple of years ago. So that's a pretty loaded room. And when you look at their general manager, Monty Ossenfort, who, by the way, was here in Tennessee for a long. Yeah, we know well from his time here in Tennessee. Since he's been in Arizona, he's targeted premium positions at the top. They took Marvin Harrison Jr., of course, a wide receiver. They maneuvered the board. They took Paris Johnson, a left tackle. They took Darius Robinson, an edge rusher. Those have been his first-round picks. I have a hard time believing that Monty Ossenfort wants to take a running back at number 3 overall. Now, here is what I have an easy time believing, unfortunately. That owner is known to be a little chaotic, and I'm watching what I say a little bit, but he's certainly a meddler. Certainly gets described as a meddler. So for whatever reason, if he's infatuated with Jeremiah Love, Monty Ossenfort answers to him, not the other way around. So as much as I want to say I'm having a really hard time believing that one, I do think the unpredictable nature of that owner means anything is possible.
I kind of want you to go deeper into that, but that's all right. That's all right. We'll let you slide with the I'm careful with what I say. Okay, you did put out a draft sleeper, 7 draft sleepers, because it's interesting with this group of draft prospects. There's a lot of talk, hey, there is a premium on your picks for next year because the thought is that is a much deeper, more talented, especially at the top first round draft than it is this year. But there are some sleepers, maybe might surprise you. And one of them that you put out has been tied, in later rounds to the Titans in a Chris Johnson, not the Chris Johnson that we all know as Titans fans, but a corner at San Diego State. Who is maybe one of your favorite sleepers that you wrote about today?
Yeah, with Chris Johnson, I decided to include him in that article, higher than you think, because I think the general public seems to think that he's probably a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think it's very possible that he's going to sneak into the first round. There are a couple teams that really like him. The Dallas Cowboys, if they don't get a defensive back at 12, and of course, they've been rumored to trade up, but if they keep their picks 12 and 20, I think Chris Johnson's very much in play for them at 20 specifically. The Seattle Seahawks, if they stay in the first round, they're another team that's looking to trade down. They've only got 4 picks in this draft, and with them having that final pick of the night at 32, they're expecting to get some interest in that pick. But if they stay put, I'm fairly confident that cornerback is probably the route they're going to go. So I think, I look at Cowboys at 20, I look at Seahawks at 32. I think there's a great chance that Chris Johnson, sneaks into the first. Traden Stukes included in that article as well, the corner out of Arizona, who, by the way, had a top 30 visit with the Tennessee Titans. They brought him to the facility. So they've shown a good amount of interest in him. The buzz on Traden Stukes lately is that he's not getting out of the second round. And he might go within the first 10 picks of that second round. I mean, teams are infatuated with him. This is a kid who's a former walk-on who worked his way to, earning a scholarship, became a team captain, and just displayed just an incredible amount of leadership qualities. He's got really good ball skills, too. Ball production from the big nickel spot has been present for him. So 2 of the players, I think, included in that article that probably deserve more buzz. And Deshaun Stribling, too, the receiver I wrote about at Ole Miss, who, by the way, was at Washington State with Cam Ward as a really young player. I asked him about their time together. He gave me a great answer. He said, I was really young. I was kind of quiet, kind of shy. Didn't get a lot of reps with Cam Ward, when I was there. But it was pretty obvious that he was going to be special. I wish I got more time with him as my quarterback. Maybe that's one to watch as we head into draft weekend.
Yeah, Stribling the other day. We have Greg Cosell on every week, Justin, and he loves Stribling.
Second-round pick. I mean, the buzz is undeniable on this kid right now. I think when this draft process started, everyone was telling you, well, he's going to be an exciting mid-round pick. No, he's going to be a second-round pick, from what I've gathered. I mean, he was at Oklahoma State in 2024, put up nearly 900 receiving yards, goes to Ole Miss this past year, repeats that effort, close to 900 receiving yards again, 12 touchdowns. What are we missing on him? He checks the production box. Size, he's 6'2", 207, check. Well, is he fast? He ran a 4.36 at the NFL Combine. When you are that big, that fast, and you've been that productive at programs like Oklahoma State and Ole Miss, spoiler alert, those kids don't last very long on draft weekend.
So what do you think ends up happening? So obviously from a Titan perspective, which is where we start everything, it's really a number 3 pick because Mendoza's going number 1, right? So if the Jets theoretically will take Bailey or Reese, Arizona have no idea what they're gonna do. Forever, it seemed like the Miami offensive tackle, perhaps. So if that happens, then the Titans are sitting there with Love, Styles, Bailey, or Reese on the board. What do you do?
I tend to think it's funny. Like, I hate to give this answer because I feel like you could convince me of any of those scenarios.
Same.
And that's what's sort of interesting, right, about this
exactly.
draft. There's an unpredictable nature to it. I tend to lean that if one of those pass rushers makes it there, they're probably going to go that route. Number one, it checks the positional value box, right? Everyone loves taking quarterbacks, offensive tackles, and edge rushers in the top 5. If they have an opportunity to take one of those pass rushers in the top 5 with the defensive-minded head coach that they hired, I still lean that they'll do that. If Bailey or Reese are there, is it straightforward? No, because of the other scenarios that you just posed. I think Jeremiah Love is a better overall player, a better overall prospect than the 2 pass rushers are. I think Jeremiah Love, as much as we talk about the devalued nature of taking a running back there, I think it invests in Cam Ward. It invests in the franchise quarterback you took number 1 overall a year ago. So you can certainly convince me that. And if the pass rushers are off the board, by the way, and they go 2-3, I do think they're going to take Jeremiah Love, and that's the prediction I have. If Bailey and Reese aren't there, the one wrench, with the Sonny Styles thing, the one caveat there, and by the way, I find it hilarious. If you've been following the insider breadcrumbs, you can find someone this week, you can find 2 or 3 people who will tell you they love Sonny Styles and they might take him at number 4. You can find others who tell you there's no way they're going to take Sonny Styles at number 4. That might be the craziest scenario we've heard with the Titans this week, is how the pendulum can swing in either direction with Sonny Styles. I tend to think you don't take a linebacker there at number 4. The one thing that gives me pause is the defensive-minded head coach and how much he loves coaching linebackers, right? Like, that's how he got his start in this league, was as a linebackers position coach, essentially. When he reached that level, he was, QC. He had a couple lower-level jobs, but when he got his first big break, it was as a linebacker position coach, and he's coached Fred Warner, and he's coached Azeez Al-Shire, and he's coached Quincy Williams, and they can tell, maybe that means take a linebacker later. He's developed those guys. You don't have to take one early. But the fact that he loves the position so much and has so much ability to take a guy and develop him into an elite player, I think if the edge rushers are off the board, maybe Sonny Styles is the surprise there. But I'm of the opinion, if the edge rushers aren't there, it should be Jeremiah Love.
Justin Mello with us at JustinM_NFL. All right, let me give you another hypothetical scenario. Let's say the Cowboys do trade up with the Titans, and the Titans end up with 12-20, and at 12 they get their starting right guard, Vega Ioane from Penn State. Do you like him?
I mean, he's plug and play. I mean, he's a legitimate, a legitimate people mover, right? Like the amount of power that he displaces defensive linemen, moves people point A to point B. He's one of the easiest evaluations in this entire draft.
I mean, to me, so Slay and Bab started talking about trading back, and at first I was like, I don't want to pass up one of the guys at 4, but then I started messing around with some of these mock draft simulator things, and if they end up with 3 of the top 35 picks, you could conceivably end up with 2 starters and a rotational player, just like that. And they have so many holes. I mean, how do you handle this? Would you try to trade back, Justin?
It's interesting because if anyone is trading up for number 4, what that tells me, I don't think anybody is doing that unless it's for one of the pass rushers. Mm-hmm. I think it would be Arvell Reese or David Bailey. No one's coming up, I don't think, for a linebacker or running back, a safety. That would shock me, right? Like, stranger things have happened, but that would shock me. So if someone's coming up for a pass rusher, unless the offer blows the Titans away, I'd be a little surprised that they'd be willing to pass on the pass rusher, right? Because if one thing is true, then the other thing is true, right? Someone's trading up, it's for an edge rusher. Will the Titans not just take that edge rusher themselves at number 4? I guess it depends on the level of the offer. I will say, certainly you can justify it because of how many holes they have. You just talked about getting a plug-and-play guard at number 12. Well, if the Cowboys also give them 20, then they can take an edge rusher or a wide receiver there, right? Mm-hmm. And then when they come back at 35, they could take an edge rusher, a wide receiver, a linebacker, a cornerback. They'd be able to fill a ton of holes, with those 3 spots. But I certainly have a bit of a hesitancy and say, okay, if they're going down to 12, you're not getting Arvell Reese, you're not getting David Bailey, you're not getting Jeremiah Love, you're not getting Carnell Tate, you're not getting Sonny Styles, you're not getting Ruben Bain, and I don't think you're getting Caleb Downs either. Mm-hmm. I take all of those options off the board. How comfortable are you? Yeah. Saying that, okay, they're not getting one of these blue chip talents. Is getting, that 20th pick and getting another bite at the apple, another swing, another dart throw, whatever you call it, is that worth it? I mean, maybe you're getting another top 20 player on your board at another position of need. That's the decision the Titans will have to make if they have an adequate trade offer when they come on the clock at number 4.
And that's where Slay is. He's like, I don't want to miss.
He doesn't want to miss one of those guys, which I get that. Yeah. I get that. But I've made up my mind in my head that if I did this, that I would end up with the plug-and-play guard from Penn State, Akeem Messidor from Miami, and maybe Denzel Boston at wide receiver at 35. And then I'll be good.
It's a pretty good haul, right? At 20, you could get one of the receivers at 20, maybe Omar Cooper or Casey Concepcion, and you could get the edge rusher at 35. Zion Young, Malachi Lawrence, TJ Parker, Clemson. You're going to get a couple guys going in that range.
Where are you on Jordan Tyson?
Let someone else find out. That's my.
That's kind of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm maybe I watched a lot of Jeff Fisher ball growing up. Maybe it's in my blood. I don't know that I'm a risk taker. The medicals concern me a little bit. Like they, put it this way: the official stat is he missed pretty close. I wish I had the official number in front of me. Between 35 and 40% of the college football games he was eligible to play in with an injury. And, it might be even scarier to me that it wasn't always something devastating. He had the ACL way back in his past when he was at Colorado. When he went to the state, it was the collarbone. It was the hamstring. It was these nagging, recurring things that kept sidelining him. Now, he looked pretty good the other day with the workout he had, running routes and everything. I hope he looked good. He hasn't done anything physically in about 6 months, right? So, for me, I've got a lot of pause. I think – no questioning the talent on the field. I watch him, alpha receiver, naturally gifted. He's the best receiver in this class when you remove the medical. When you look at just the tape, he's the best receiver. He's got the size, contested catch ability, yards after catch, short, intermediate. He gets vertical. There's not a whole lot not to like about Jordan Tyson on the field. Unfortunately, there's a lot to worry about and dislike when it comes to the medicals.
Yeah,
so for me, right, kudos to them. I don't want to be the one who finds out.
To your point, he missed over 40% of his college games. Now, a broken collarbone will contribute heavily to that, right? That was 2024.
He tore his ACL, too. He tore his ACL when he was at Colorado.
Yeah, that's rough. What you worry about, though, is the Titans have had numerous receivers where we've dealt with it, but the hamstrings, the soft tissue stuff, that's what you worry about. That's like continuous and nagging. And the last thing the Titans need is that again at the receiver position.
Yeah, so the idea is he's good right now, right? But he's had so many soft tissue things.
Yeah.
And the collarbone, as you guys mentioned.
Yeah. The hamstring happened in what? I think it was in late October, if I'm recalling. It was October or November, and he didn't work out at the combine. He still wasn't ready in, March, roughly, to participate. And I get it, that time sideline, you want to be – these guys trained for 2-3 months, probably wasn't up to speed, up to par. But certainly, raised some additional question marks when it came to how much time he had off, and didn't do anything at pro day either, and that was even later to participate there either.
Yeah, because he ended up playing against Colorado. I worked that game, and there were question marks if he would play because he was coming off that hamstring. Then he ended up playing, and then he didn't work out on pro day, or he didn't do the combine. So he had played in between that, but I guess he didn't feel like he was trained and ready for it. So, yeah.
Well, hey, Justin, great stuff, man. Thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. I know you're busy this time of year. NFL Draft on SI. And, again, Justin's book, Titans of the South. You need to check that out. Where can people get that, Justin?
Sold where all books are sold. Available where all books are sold, I should say. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, you name it. Titans of the South is available everywhere. Check out the Twitter page, JustinM_NFL. Got you covered. Mock draft, scouting reports. I'm interviewing 3 prospects a day right now. We are racing the clock to publish all these conversations that I'm very lucky, very blessed to be having with the prospects in this class. That's on NFL Draft on SI, a Sports Illustrated channel. You can find the interviews directly through the Twitter at JustinM_NFL.
Justin Mello, thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Pleasure. You know where to find me.
All right, 615-737-1045 if you want in. 615-737-1045. If they were to trade back and end up with Penn State offensive guard Vega Ioane, what did Greg Cosell think about his tape? We'll play that for you when we come back. Also take your phone calls. We're in the thick of it. It's draft time. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What is happening? Good people, get your grub on. Where would you start? You'd start right there in Shoney's, a Nashville staple. I grew up on it, man, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's still one of the favorite places to enjoy a delicious meal. No matter the time of day, I go there right now. I don't even know what time it is, but I could be there. And all you care to eat fresh food bar will be piping hot. Fresh food there available, the very best value you can find for an always fresh and delicious meal. Now, understand the extensive menu when you go to Shoney's. You can get the Slim Jim sandwich, the All-American burger, baked spaghetti, and, of course, breakfast served all day long. World famous hot fudge cake should be at the top of the list. Extra scoop of vanilla ice cream right down the side is going to be, so good. Plus, they now have family meals to go, which feeds groups of 4, 6, 8, or 12, enough for your next family or work get-together. In any case, Shoney's got you covered with comforting, family-friendly service and Southern hospitality with a twist. Stop by any Shoney's. 4 locations in Middle Tennessee. That's Clarksville, Dixon, Lebanon, and on Donaldson Pike. You probably see me there. Shoney's, let's eat.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay on assignment. Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up?
A lot to get to today. 615-737-1045. We'll go back to draft talk in just a second. Buffalo and Westmoreland. Buffalo, what's up, man? How are you?
I mean, I heard Don say, what can we cheer for in Nashville? Nashville SC is really kicking butt right now. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention.
Number one in the
What
Eastern.
did I say?
We need something to root for in Nashville. I think this was a few days ago.
Oh.
Yeah. Nashville SC is
I don't
number
remember saying
On
that.
hold for I was on hold for 36 hours.
That's something. That's a world record.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you for your love and support. Nashville in first place in the East with 19 points. Miami is second with 15. Through 8 games in the MLS, Nashville is 6-1-1. 17 goals, 4 against.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I love
Y'all
it,
have a
man.
good afternoon.
Thank you, Buffalo.
Thanks, Buffalo.
Richard in Springfield. Richard, what's up, man?
And I think we have a piece to the NFL draft is that the Tennessee Titans defense dropped Jeremiah Love in the first round, and then in the second round, the Tennessee Titans defense draft the defensive tackle, and the third round of the NFL draft, the Tennessee Titans defense led the edge rusher, and the fourth round maybe to draft the another running back. And then the fifth round, the wide receiver, and the seventh round will be a wide receiver in a huge choice.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Always love your picks, man.
That's hitting all the holes there.
Well, he's going positionally.
Yes.
So you went Love first, but he wants another running back. So 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers.
You know, he said defensive tackle in the second round.
Mhm.
And now I don't know what the defensive tackle situation will look like at pick 35, but I do think that is a position of need that not a ton of people have talked about in this draft that the Titans might need to look at addressing, because I think all eyes have been on what they're doing at number 4 and getting a playmaker or maybe the offensive line. But getting some help and some depth behind Big Jeff and John Franklin Myers up there up front, I think is going to be something that I think they should address at least in the middle of this draft. But
So, okay, here's what they have, right? Number 4 overall, round 2, number 35. Number 66, round 3, round 4, 101. They've got 2 in round 5.
right at the
2,
beginning of the 5th round. Both of them.
2 in the 6th round, and then 1 in the 7th, 225.
Currently 9 picks.
9 picks.
do you think that Bergonzi is going to try and wheel and deal a couple of those day 3 picks? Because 2 5s, 2 6s, and a 7. I mean, you could get another, back into the 4th again. Maybe package a couple of them, try and get up into the 3rd again. I mean, could you see him doing something like that and trying to
I could
offload
absolutely
those
see
day
that.
3 and trying
Yes.
to get another early one?
It may be hard to get creative, but I could see him
Yeah.
trying to get creative. You know what I mean?
Is this a hard draft to get creative? Or
Just 'cause-
is it maybe a little bit easier because the value is maybe in the middle of the draft, not necessarily up at the front of the draft?
I mean, what do guys tell us? It's not a big wide receiver draft at the top of the list, but it is maybe the deepest draft that we've seen in a long time. So maybe
You don't have
maybe
the elite guys at that position like you're used to seeing, maybe, but
I mean, Jordan Tyson's elite, but injuries.
but he's not elite because
Carnell
there's
Tate-
too many question marks.
Carnell Tate's elite, but he can't separate. So, definitely a good player, but is he worthy of like a top 10? I don't know. Carnell Tate's interesting. There are all kinds
I'm
of
fascinated to see where he goes.
yeah, because the range is pretty good.
If he lands at a team that already has like a number 1, like let's say the Saints with Olave, or the Giants maybe with Neighbors, I could see him being a really good number 2.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what he is, and that's
Do you-
fine.
But do you draft a
You need
really
it.
good number 2 in the top 10?
No,
no,
I mean, it's going to happen, but
no.
It may or may not.
I don't
know.
think it'll happen.
We asked Greg Cosell last week, and we need to get to this. We asked him last week if the Titans trade down. For example, the Cowboys have 12 and 20. So if they took 12 and 20 and Dallas moved up to 4, what if they end up with the offensive guard Vega Ioane from Penn State? What does Greg Cosell think about him?
He's a good prospect. I mean, he's a left guard, which he wouldn't play if they drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
He'd probably move to right guard.
Mm-hmm.
Although he did play significant snaps at right guard, throughout his career. So it's not something he's never done before. I think he's one of those guys that's just a really solid player. He's strong. He's got what we call grip strength. He can control pass rushers. He can anchor well in pass pro. He stays sort of within his cylinder, which is something by that it means you stay straight up. You don't bend or either forward or sideways. He's pretty good at that. He doesn't give a lot of ground. He's a powerful run blocker. He's got core strength. He's got lower body strength. I think he's one of those guys that he's more of a vertical player than a lateral player, in meaning that he's better when he's moving forward than he is when he's moving laterally. He's a good athlete, not a great athlete, but you don't have to be a great athlete inside at the guard position. He's probably one of those guys that if you draft him and he could probably start right away, that you'll get a really solid starter. That's the kind of player he is.
Or could you? And that's what they do not currently have. A solid
certainly not a right guard
starter.
Skoronski will be a left guard, but Ione does have experience at right guard. So if indeed he was a draft choice of the Titans, he would play right guard.
Or what if you end up with Emmanuel Pregnon at 35? Stoney loves him.
Stoney loves him. I was looking at their board over here, and he's all over it.
Confusing.
He's littered on that board.
It's very confusing, their board. I don't know what's going on. It's multicolored.
It's draft scenarios. So there's 4 different scenarios, and then what would be left if they went with that scenario.
So this is what I'll read you what A to Z Sports says about Pregnon and about Ioane when we come back. 615-737-1045. You want in? 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What's happening, good people? You know what time it is with Synergix and Low T Center. They provide testosterone replacement therapy and hormone replacement therapy, also tailored to your body, your lifestyle, and your budget. So remember, the T-test is a simple blood test called the total testosterone test. Takes about 20 minutes to get results. Then you're out the door with all of the ounces that you're looking for. And you're looking for TRT that's flexible enough for your lifestyle, you need to head to Low T Center, the #1 name in TRT. Choose testosterone shots, pills, the boosting testosterone without affecting fertility for the ladies, and you can get your treatment in clinic or have testosterone shipped to your door. Starting April 1st, Low T Center is offering new treatment options, including PT-141, an FDA-approved libido boosting peptide, new antioxidants, GLP-1 pills, and more. You want to explore treatments that work with your lifestyle and budget? Book your free T-test now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. In NFL news today, the Ravens getting some defensive tackle help, signing Nnamdi Madubuike, who suffered a career-threatening neck injury in Week 2 of last season. He underwent surgery at the time. He's now expected to be able to play this upcoming season. Also, former Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin will be joining NBC's Football Night in America coverage for the 2026 season as a pregame analyst per The Athletic's Andrew Marchand. In college hoops news today, Florida star forward Thomas Houck will be returning to play for the Gators in 2026. Also, just a few moments ago, Wisconsin transfer John Blackwell has committed to the Duke Blue Devils. Blackwell averaged 19 points per game last season and earned third-team All-Big Ten honors. Also, the Lady Vols got another commitment from Texas A&M transfer forward Fatamata Janae, who is a 6'2" forward who averaged 11 points per game on 43% shooting last season from the field, 33% from three. She began her career at St. Peter's, averaging just over 18 points per game. For Harvey Foundation Repair, whatever needs you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5, this home Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. The NFL Draft, obviously 2 days away. We will be broadcasting live at Nissan Stadium on Thursday. We'll be at Circa Sports in Franklin, Kentucky tomorrow. The Mint Gaming Hall.
A little last-minute remote change. It's always fun.
I like it.
Well, NBA playoffs on the television.
Get to watch it. Will they be playing during the show?
No, there were 3 games last night, but they all started. I think one of them started while we were still on. I don't know. I'm still not in NBA full-on mode yet. I need to get through, a round of the playoffs.
Well, not right now because it's
draft time.
Yeah.
So we were talking about what if the Titans. By the way, there's Dawn Davenport. She's right here.
Hi.
And she is manning the chat, so be nice. Also, Zeph is on the phone, so I would sing Joan Jett, but I'm not going to. I don't
give a damn about my reputation.
There you go. There you go.
Fannie Man AD, awesome Preds Cup. Dawn?
How about that?
Cheers.
By the way, $750 million in renovations at Bridgestone Arena.
Ooh.
That'll be fun. So I just did the draft simulator with A to Z Sports where I took the trade with Dallas and moved back from 4 to 12 and also picked up 20 just to kind of see what players might be available. Mansour Delane would be there, cornerback from LSU. Spencer Fano, the tackle from Utah. Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver USC. Jermod McCoy, and we need to talk about his little situation. Everybody gets caught, not everybody, but every year, a couple players get caught up in storylines like this. We'll hit you with in just a little bit. Vega Ioane, the offensive guard from Penn State. Kenyon Sadiq is there. Tight end, Oregon. Keldrick Falk from Auburn. Peter Woods, who probably won his teammate, actually. But having said that, the way the draft went down as I sit here at pick 12, Fernando Mendoza, number 1, obviously. And during the break, we found a guy that was on a radio show that
Oh, my gosh.
does draft publication or whatever. And he doesn't think that Fernando Mendoza is the best quarterback in the draft. I forget who he said is.
Not only that.
He said Carson Beck is the best quarterback in the draft.
Okay.
Stop.
All right.
But tell everybody where he put Mendoza.
So the host said, so obviously he's going number 1, but according to you, where do you have him? He said QB 7.
Stop.
I would have him in the 4th round, he said.
That's just stupid.
So anyway, the draft goes down like this on A to Z Sports Mock Draft as I sit at 12, we're ready to make a pick. Fernando Mendoza, number 1. David Bailey, number 2 to the Jets. It's either him or Reese, number 2, right?
Yes.
So then they've got Arvell Reese going number 3 to Arizona. Arizona's the outlier. What in the hell are they going to do? I'm pretty convinced they might be the only team in the first round that doesn't know what they're doing. Maybe Cleveland. So then you've got Carnell Tate, Ruben Bain Jr., Caleb Dow, Sonny Styles, Jordan Tyson, Jeremiah Love goes 10 to the Giants. And so then you've got Tennessee sitting there at 12 with the players I mentioned. We'll get more into that as we roll on. Our friend Brian Jones from CBS Sports joins us now. BJ, what's up, man? How are you?
Hi.
What is happening, my favorite trio?
Well, we caught you on a day where your boy Slay's not in here, man.
Oh, where's Slay, man?
He's getting the sunroof fixed. That's what he says.
You getting a haircut?
Yep.
You can't miss work for a haircut.
Well, he's getting some hair added to his sunroof.
Yeah, I think it's more of a plant.
Oh, he went to Turkey?
It's planting situation.
He went to Turkey. That got brought up yesterday.
Somebody else asked me that yesterday. Yeah. They got a deal in Turkey.
I might need to follow with him. Somebody let the top down on my porch, too.
Yeah, but you just shaved it all off.
I could. I used to wear a bald head, and I've contemplated going back to that. We'll see what happens up top. I'm gonna give it a few more months. See if we can hold on to it.
How do you consume the draft, BJ? You follow college football on a day-to-day basis. Do you love covering the sport and then seeing where those guys go?
Yes, that's fun. Seeing where these guys go and sitting there and watching them on Sunday when I get a chance to, which is not often, and saying, okay, I remember this guy, and trying to recall where they played college ball.
Yeah,
that's my little mental game I will play. But yeah, it's cool to see these guys living their dream, having been where they are, sitting in that seat and waiting to hear your name called, and so that's always cool, man. But yeah, it's a treat to watch these guys and their families and see which team picks them and whether or not it's a good fit and continue to debate.
What was your draft process like?
Woo, terrible. First of all, I was a dummy. Didn't take the combine seriously. I'm thinking, man, look at the tape. You can see I can play. That's all you need to.
Tape don't lie.
Know.
Yeah.
Eye in the sky don't lie.
Eye in the sky don't lie. And they're like, well, we follow that and we use that in the equation, but we also use this combine for a reason as well. And so screw that up. Then I go to my pro day. It's one of the coldest damn days in Austin in the middle of early April. I mean, it's freezing. And I go out and try to run a 40 and pull my hamstring. So that didn't help. Not only did I take the combine seriously, but I was still dealing with the effects of a neck stinger from the season. So I wasn't 100% trying to do my 220, my reps there. And I was a guy that benched 432 pounds. Excuse me. I ain't going to short myself. 432 pounds was my best max. And hell, I couldn't even do 220. But 13 times at the combine because of that shoulder. So that didn't go so well for me. And then, you sit there on draft day, you're the number 2 middle backer. That's where they had me rated. And hell, I didn't go to the 8th round, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And the big thing for me was, I had back surgery. I was a freshman at UCLA. After my freshman season, I had back surgery. Played my sophomore year, then, of course, transferred to Texas. So the whole back thing scared a lot of teams as well. So it is what it is.
So when you go in the 8th round, then what's the mindset when you go to training camp?
I want to kill him up. That's the mindset. It was demoralizing, but you sit there and you got to wait till that second day. And I remember Art Shell was the head coach of the Raiders then when they were in LA, and he had called and no one could find me. I'm sitting here, I'm sulking, and I don't even know where I was. But, back then we didn't have no cell phones, so it's hard to find folks. And I don't know what the heck I was doing. I was just, man, I'm going to have to go get me a real job. I had to go in the draft. Somehow they finally located my behind. I got on the phone with Art Shell, and it didn't matter if it was 8th round. I was grinning like crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I get an opportunity to live the dream. And so, you're demoralized, but then you light up because now, okay, I have an opportunity. Let's go do something.
I thought preseason last year that Texas was going to win the national title. I think this year
did not.
You did not. I think this year preseason Texas is going to win the national title. And you know what's
think that Don, stop him.
but then your boy
Dude, Sark thinks so too.
Man.
Then your boy Sark goes out there and says, "Yeah, this is the best we've ever been at every position." I'm like, "Okay, here we go." But,
hey, I love them going to get Coach Boone, bringing Muschamp back.
Yeah.
He's going to do so much good, not just for that defense, for that entire team. That dude's attitude, his energy, it is infectious. Trust me. You're going to see a different energy with this football team. You're going to see some cats really flying around. I love it. He's hard on you, coaches you hard, but he loves on you as well.
well, I just think she wasn't ready to buy into Arch Manning last year. And
I'll buy in now.
yeah, credit to him. He really got it going there in the second half. But yeah, I think he's going to have a huge year, BJ. Brian Wingo. Now Cam Coleman comes in from Auburn.
Say that again.
Cam
That one.
Coleman
Cam
from
Coleman
Auburn.
can't spell quarterback because he didn't have one at Auburn. He can't. Now he's got to be like, wow, I've gone to heaven. I got a true quarterback that can actually get the ball to me. I mean, it was atrocious, the quarterback play there the last couple of years. And so he comes over here, and everything I'm hearing is the guys lighting it up. They got some talent on this team, and you mentioned Wingo and him paired with Coleman. It's going to be fun to watch this offense, man. They should be dang good, and they went and got some running backs out of the portal. So, yeah, look for these Longhorns. I'm going to put the hype on them this year. I wasn't sold last year.
Okay.
Dude, Sark's putting the hype on him. Like, do you like
Good.
that? Do you like your coach to do that? Because if that's
I
my
run from
coach,
it.
I'm like, shut it.
No, put a little pressure on your team. Yeah, you usually don't want to go out and say it to everyone, but in that locker room, yeah. But if it's out there, it's out there, and they'll go live up to it.
Yeah. What do you think about the 9 conference game schedule?
Great, and you need more uniformity. That's a start. Everyone should play the same amount of conference games. Let's go with 9. Cool. Others are saying that might hurt the non-conference schedule. I don't think so. I think you'll be fine. You'll still play at least one other P4 from another conference. But yeah, I like the 9 conference slate. Non-conference game slate, excuse me.
Brian Jones, former NFL and Texas star, college football studio analyst for CBS Sports, among other things. BJ, last time we saw you at Radio Row at the Super Bowl, you came around with a doctor with the first ever CTE drug. How's that going?
Everything's still in clinical trials, and we're hoping this is going to be the holy grail for CTE and other afflictions as well, dementia and Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. So clinical trials are still being undergoing testing, and credit to Dr. Christina Gavignano and the yeoman's work she's done over the years, and being able to discern that inflammation was a key driver in a lot of these ailments. And if we can just get that under control, we might have an opportunity to treat some of these afflictions.
So what's the path right now? Just trying to get the word out as much as possible?
Well, the path is the trials and continue to promote that something hopefully is on the horizon that can help players and not just football players. I was just talking to a guy who's invested in one of my ventures, and his son had to give up lacrosse because of the numerous concussions. He had 6 or 7 of them. So it's going to help a whole host of folks, and not just athletes. Dementia is a big problem. Parkinson's and Alzheimer's, huge issues for a lot of our society. So, the main focus is CTE, but just head trauma in general.
Brian Jones, friend BJ, thanks for hopping on, man. It's good to hear your voice. We'll get you back on when Slay gets back in here.
Likewise. Tell him to send me a picture. I want to see this new afro he's going to be sporting.
We'll let you know. We haven't gotten an update yet.
Yeah.
It was a 7-hour procedure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He went in for real. He was committed.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do something, do it, right?
Go big or go home.
That's cool. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care. Stay safe.
BJ at Jones in for Mo. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. Bye.
He's all in on
love that guy.
Texas, too.
All right, now when we come back, I'm going to read you about a couple of offensive guards
'Kay.
and what they say in the A to Z Sports Draft Simulator. 615-737-1045 if you want in at 3HL 1045 on X. Brentwood Jewelry in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road, BrentwoodJewelry.com. They have an incredible selection. Everything you need to fulfill any of your gifting opportunities throughout the course of the year, and we all have many. But they can help you out. The key there, though, is relationship. And you're going to feel that when you go in the very first time. And you meet the Imamali family. They've been doing it for more than 50 years. Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Middle Tennessee community with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they're deeply rooted within the community, from Salem's service in the Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters. The Imamali family is dedicated to giving back. Support local. Shop Brentwood Jewelry. Maybe you're thinking about popping the question. They can help you with that as well. Let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings, or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. If you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer, Brentwood Jewelry, they have a tremendous selection, including pre-owned Rolexes. Check them out online, BrentwoodJewelry.com. 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 104.5, The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Slay Dog on assignment. Hair assignment.
I'm a little worried.
We haven't heard from him.
I know.
Zeph Dog, the executive producer of 3HL.
What's up?
People in the chat wondering about top 30 meetings.
Yes.
We haven't talked about this in a while, but I did pull up the list from A to Z Sports. Reported Titans pre-draft meetings, and they can have 30 of them. They've got 21 listed. Arvell Reese, David Bailey. Okay. Jeremiah Love, Reuben Bain Jr. Caleb Downs, Mansour Delane. Mekhi Lemon, the wide receiver from USC. Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, Oregon. Omar Cooper Jr., wide receiver, Indiana. That could be a potential trade back guy.
So, a bunch of first rounders so far.
Casey Concepcion, wide receiver,
There's
Texas
another
A&M.
one.
Zion Young, edge, could be a second-round guy at 35. Edge rusher from Missouri. Brandon.
A lot of people like him.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Yes.
I wouldn't be mad with it.
Brandon Sis, cornerback, South
Cisse.
Carolina. Cisse, yeah. Jack Golday, linebacker, Cincinnati. We've talked a lot about him.
I like him.
Traden Stukes, cornerback, Arizona. Keelan Rutledge, inside offensive lineman, Georgia Tech. Grayson Halton, defensive lineman, Oklahoma. Will Lee, cornerback, Texas A&M, which is what Slay calls Will Bowling.
Who did you say before that?
Will Lee.
No, before Will Lee.
Grayson Halton, defensive lineman, Oklahoma.
Okay.
Tristan Lee, offensive tackle, Clemson. Now you're getting to some that are listed like way down the board, which is interesting. Tristan Lee, for example, consensus big board 262.
Wow.
Chris Hilton, wide receiver, LSU. Travis Burke, offensive tackle, Memphis. Baron Morton, quarterback, Texas Tech, came in. Brandon Cleveland, defensive line, NC State. That's what we've got. No Sonny Styles.
Do you think?
No, they could have gotten all they need at Combine.
Definitely
or
true.
Pro Day or whatever.
I mean, teams draft guys they don't bring in for a top 30 all the time.
The Titans in the past have done it a million times. Now, different regime.
Yeah.
But
I think last year they did end up drafting a bunch of the dudes they brought in, if I remember correctly.
Let me see if I can find the 30 visits from last year.
Okay.
And compare. We can compare.
Yeah.
Because that might give us a key on that list. So.
Do you get random phone calls where people say, you've been approved for a loan? I'm like, I didn't even apply for a loan.
No. But I do get text all the time about trees.
Trees, huh?
Yes.
Like arborists?
Like, we're in your area. Do you want us to come get rid of your dead trees? I'm like, no, and I don't want you to text me anymore. I just dug one out in my yard, actually.
Your weed tree? Is that gone?
Yeah, that one's gone for now.
Okay, good. It's not actual weed. It's a weed that grew big enough to be considered a tree.
Yes.
Which her HOA loves.
Totally means that I have 2 trees in my front yard per HOA regulations.
So here is the breakdown. Here's a little thumbnail on Ioane, Vega Ioane from Penn State, the offensive guard. Theoretically, if you trade back and take him, plug-and-play guy, we just heard Cosell. This is what they write. Dominant guard prospect at 6'4", 320, first team All Big Ten, 0 sacks allowed. Elite play, strength, and anchor at point of attack. Lacks ideal athleticism for zone blocking schemes, which Daboll typically does run zone blocking for his run game. But I also read that he, and talked to people, that he will kind of tailor his offense to what his team is. So we'll see. Emmanuel Pregnon could be a guy in the second round. It's a guy Stoney Keeley really likes. This is what they say for him. He's 24 years old from Oregon. Nasty guard with violent hands and a huge punch. Firm anchor and excellent at clearing pockets. Outstanding run blocker who finishes blocks. Wide base creates late reactions against lateral movement and interior twist. That could be a guy at 35 potentially. Nasty guard with violent hands.
I always like when you use nasty. Nasty and violent are words that Robert Saleh uses often. Even at that rally event when, chatting with Big Jeff, like he said, what's the talk in the building? What's the feeling?
Fast and violent.
Fast and violent.
Yeah. I like nasty, too. What's up, Jeff?
There were only 2 reported 30 visits
That they drafted?
that they ended up drafting.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to know who those 2 were?
Sure.
You can probably guess one of them.
Cam
Ward is one of them. The other one was Femi Oladejo.
How about that? And some think they reached for him.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be interesting to see because now he'll have his hand in the ground, right, as a 4-3 defensive end. And I wonder if that's tailored to his game a little bit better.
Yeah.
Plus, you have a defensive-minded head coach that can really work with him. Because that was kind of the thing is he didn't really have experience rushing the passer coming into the NFL because he had just recently switched from linebacker to pass rusher at UCLA, and he'd only did it for a year, and he didn't get like a whole ton of reps at it. I mean, just one season worth. So he was still pretty raw coming into the league. Now that he's going to be able to work under one of the better defensive minds that I think a lot of people can agree the NFL has seen recently in Robert Saleh. Be interested to see how much he grows and how quickly he picks up on that growth.
Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Please.
Quick note, somebody asking about Billy Donovan. He has resigned as Chicago Bulls head coach, but plans to keep on coaching. It looks like the NBA side. Somebody asked about the college game, and he would have to wait a year on that deal. But he will be, I saw a report on ESPN, he'll be the top guy in this cycle in the NBA. But that did happen today. Also, Mike Tomlin joins the Football Night in America broadcast team.
He'll be great.
On NBC.
Don't you think he'll be great?
Yes. I think he'll be fantastic. Jim White asked all of the national media for pick number 4 for the Titans. The Zone released ours.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think Jim's put it out there yet. But the Zone did.
Oh, is that where you saw Slays?
Mm-hmm. Should I do it?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's already out there.
The Zone put it out there. Ramon Foster, Sonny Styles, no surprise there. He's been on Styles for a while. Will Bowling, Jeremiah Love. These will be at TennesseeTitans.com when Jim releases it. Lucas Panzica, Jeremiah Love. Buck Rising, David Bailey.
Went a little different.
I've got some info I saw.
That means he thinks he'll be there.
That somebody wrote about David Bailey. Yeah, I mean, right. So I think it's the Jets go Arvell Reese or David Bailey, and then whoever they don't take will be there at 4. We'll see. Jeremiah Love from Zach Lyons.
Okay.
Blaine Bishop, Sonny Styles.
Hey.
And I remember Blaine saying he was trying to watch tape of Arvell Reese, and Sonny Styles kept popping up.
Yep.
And that's where he fell in love with them. Brent, the radio station misspelled my name. How about that?
Nuh-uh.
Brent Doherty.
That is amazing.
Jeremiah Love.
How'd they misspell it?
Doughtery.
At our social team. I'll have to get on them.
Don Davenport. Sonny Styles.
Yeah.
And Ron Slay. This is awesome. He was right. This is funny and good. Jeremiah Styles.
This is why he said he thinks there's like a 92%
2% chance.
4% chance.
92.1.
Yeah.
He went 92Q.
Because he pulled 2 names and combined it with one.
615-737-1045. 615-737-1045. Titans picking 4th, which is really 3rd since Fernando Mendez will go number 1. So is there a guy in there that you really want? Like, if it's Jeremiah Love, Arvell Reese, Sonny Styles, or David Bailey out there in some way, shape, or form, some combination of those players, is there a guy you want more than others? Is there a guy you don't want? Because a lot of people will say, I don't want Jeremiah Love. That's too high for a running back.
Yeah. I don't want Arvell Reese.
I don't want Reuben Payne Jr. You don't want Arvell Reese? Why? Because you are worried about the fit in this solid defensive scheme?
That a little bit, but I also think that he comes with the biggest risk at top 4. because
I think he's the
As opposed to a David Bailey, a Sonny Styles,
He has
a
the
Jeremiah Love.
yes.
I think he has the biggest range of what could happen in his career.
Like, it could
out
be
of
re-
all of these guys.
Yeah, like-
he could be, Hall of Fame good. I don't know.
but
He also could be a bust
it,
because he's a tweener position guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
like everyone says the Micah Parsons comparison with him, but having to live up to a guy like Micah Parsons, that's not saying he can't handle the pressure, but that's a lot of pressure for a guy that you really don't know what he could be in the NFL because, like Brent just said, he's a tweener guy. I mean, he could, you kind of don't know where he's going to fit yet. And if you're going to draft him that high, you better be damn sure that he's going to make a bigger impact than, just being an average middle linebacker.
Right. So-
if that's where he ends up.
My question about Arvell Reese is he an outside linebacker in a 4-3 scheme? Or is he a defensive end in a 4-3 scheme? Right. That's where I have a problem in terms of fit with Saleh.
Okay,
and
but
his defense.
What if you look at it the other way, and he's that versatile that you can utilize him?
I mean,
wherever.
that's where they're going to have to figure that out.
That's where they get paid the big bucks to not screw it up.
So if I'm ranking on who I would want, I think I go Jeremiah Love 1, David Bailey 2, Sonny Styles 3, and then if you're getting past Sonny Styles, I'm kind of like,
So this
trade back.
This is what they say about Arvell Reese. Elite athlete at 6'4", 241. But is that too small for hand and ground defensive end?
Yeah.
241. So you would have to play him at outside
he would
linebacker.
probably, or he would need a little bit of development, which you don't want a development guy in the top 5.
No, you need starter.
Yeah.
4.47 second, 40-yard dash. Versatile defender who can play linebacker, edge, or slot. So there you go. Consensus All-American with rare positional flexibility. 1 year as starter limits evaluation certainty. I did read this about David Bailey from Easton Freeze put this out. Tony Pauline, who we've had on the show, and he's been on the station a bunch, from essentiallysports.com. He wrote, quote, I mentioned from the Senior Bowl that edge rusher David Bailey fits the Titans defense like a duck on water. And I'm told that
it's an interesting comparison.
Yeah, he's from Miami. And I'm told that he's the game changer that Robert Saleh covets, is what he said. Led the FBS with 14.5 sacks. I will say this about his 14.5 sacks. Texas Tech only played one ranked team last year, and it was BYU, and they played him twice.
Mm-hmm.
They beat him both times. He had one total sack. So he had one sack.
In both of those games?
No, total. Yeah, one combined. So he had one sack against playing two ranked opponents, even though it's the same team. So 13.5 came against non-ranked. And you can go through there, and some of the teams they played were okay, some weren't. Like he had 3 against Arizona State, but they were already falling apart. And 21.3% pressure rate for him, 6'3", 250. So a little bit bigger in terms of weight. But Arvell Reese an inch taller. So I don't know. You trade back, you're not down with Reuben Bain Jr., even if you trade back.
Nope.
And then we've mentioned,
not because of the off the field stuff that came out because of the measurements.
Right. And we've talked about Vega Ioane, Penn State offensive guard. Then theoretically you could get Miami defensive end Akeem Mesidor, who I love.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was watching Miami defense for Reuben Bain Jr., but Mesidor kept making plays on the other side.
Does his age concern you at all?
I'm never concerned about that. Maybe I should be.
I'm not either. I talked to Cosell about it, remember? Because it doesn't bother me. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you look at a running back position as far as hits or tread on the tires or something, you could make that argument from age, but it doesn't bother me. Age doesn't bother me.
Well,
because at the end of the day, like, what are you going to have these guys for in this league anyway?
But also, you know, as we move forward, you know, we go through this draft, and then we go through the next draft, then the year after that, guys coming out are going to be older because so many dudes are going to stay in for the money.
Yeah, because did you see Ty Simpson turn down, what, $6.5 million to go to Miami, instead went to the draft? What does Borgonzi think about age? I know everybody's asked him everything.
Yeah, it's just, it's part of it now. I think there's a lot less juniors coming out since COVID. I think it might be, I forget the exact number, it's probably half the players of juniors that have come out so young guys. So the draft is become older, especially, I guess, on day 3. A lot of guys that will come back for NIL money. But that's just part of it. I do think there's an element of guys having more maturity, though, when you're taking them there. Some of the guys are more fundamentally sound, but certainly you're balancing that of a younger player that still has a higher ceiling too. So, you do have to take that into account, though, especially if there's injuries to an older player.
615-737-1045. Brian in Nashville next up. Brian, what's up?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Yep.
Man, I listen to y'all every day on the ride home, and
God love you. Thank you.
Y'all brighten my day, man. I appreciate what y'all do.
Thank you.
And man, I'm feeling positive. It's the first time in a long time I feel like I can trust the higher ups with the Titans organization with an NFL draft. And I mean, after last year, felt like we had a good draft. We hit on a lot of guys in later rounds that ended up being good additions to the team. I guess so. With this year's draft, still got essentially a top 3 draft pick. I kind of couldn't care less who they take because, one, we don't really know a lot about fit, how these guys' personalities are going to mesh with the locker room, things like that. So, first time in a long time, I really trust them bringing in somebody and me not having some big lean towards one person just for the optics of it. So, feeling positive. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, and feeling good about being a Titans fan. Tighten up, baby.
Love it. Thank you. 615-737-1045.
Is that where Titans fans are right now? You trust Borgonzi.
I think higher percentage of people that are like, okay, I saw last year. Let me see one more.
Yeah.
He hasn't done anything to make the trust go away or make it less than.
No, it was.
It
I
is.
mean, it was a successful draft last year.
And then
there was just a whole lot of holes to fill.
And then free agency this offseason, it feels like they kind of did what they needed to do with the amount of money they had. So I think probably Brent's right. Probably one more draft and let's see how it goes. But I think it's definitely trending up towards, yeah, you got it, dude.
I mean, from a non-Titan perspective, I am intrigued by a lot of these guys to see where they go, see how they fit, see how productive they are in their rookie season, because you're going to be able to play the what-if game after this draft. When you pick 4 and you're going to have a choice and you don't take a couple of dudes that, turn out to be great players, I don't know. It's going to be easy to rearview mirror this thing, but I'm also interested to see, I just did a mock draft. I traded down to 8. And at 8, David Bailey and Jeremiah Love are still there. So at 8, which guy do you take? You take Love?
Man, if you could get an extra, second-round pick.
That's what it was, 2nd and 4th, I think.
If you can get an extra 2nd and a 4th and move down 4 spots and still get Love, I think you won the draft right there.
Well, we're going to do it, and then we'll see during the break. When we come back, we mentioned Jermod McCoy, Tennessee cornerback. A lot of people have as the number 2 guy behind Mansour Delane from LSU. Had the ACL, didn't play for Tennessee, then ran a blazing fast time at the Pro Day and did what he needed to do there. But a story came out about injury concern and potential next surgery. Tough break for him to have that news come out. We'll see.
Or is it a smokescreen?
What's going on there? Or maybe it's as Zev likes to say, the smokescreen. But we'll tell you about when we come back. It's not the ACL. 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay here in the springtime. So the season of fresh starts is amongst us. And if you've been looking in the mirror thinking, man, it's time to get that thinning hair fix, I got the place for you. At We Grow Hair, they're delivering incredible results with their advanced FUE hair transplant technique, a minimally invasive procedure where individual follicles are extracted and placed with precision for natural-looking coverage. It means a much faster recovery than those old strip method procedures that you used to hear about. Plus, this team has nearly 30 years of experience helping people get their hair and confidence back with proven permanent solutions and a reputation as one of the top clinics in the Southeast. And listen, when you book your consultation, they'll give you a free laser session. Plus, just tell them Big Slay sent you, and they'll hook you up with $500 off your hair transplant procedure. That's real savings on real results. So this spring is the perfect time to make the change. Call 615-376-6010 or hit WeGrowHair.com. This spring, 615-376-6010. Grow it back with the team I trust.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Babs brought this up from Brad Crawford. CBS Sports says former Bama quarterback Ty Simpson was offered $6.5 million by Miami, but decided to stay in the draft. Didn't he make a comment about that? It was something like if he wasn't going to play at Alabama, he wasn't going to. Ultimately, he decided he didn't want to play anywhere else.
In a
Something
sit-down
like
he did with CeeLo.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, he said it just didn't something along the lines of it just didn't feel right to go somewhere else after giving, what was it, 3 years to Alabama. So,
well, I'm not gonna lie, $6.5 million would feel damn right regardless.
I'm kind of with you.
Yeah.
Like, I know
Go get your little condo on the beach.
I know.
I mean,
I've called out like loyalty issues within the NIL era, but $6.5 million. That's $6.5 million reasons why you'd get me to go somewhere else.
Tennessee cornerback Jermod McCoy could be one of the first two cornerbacks to go, but draft reports can get you. From Tom Pelissero, doctors are reportedly worried about a bone plug.
This is bizarre.
That was used to repair cartilage in his knee. They're not worried about the ACL. That's fine. But teams are worried that he's going to need another surgery that could take him out for an extended period of time. This happened last year. I forget who the player was. Supposed to be a first-round pick, and then same type thing. Fell into the second round. I can't remember who it was. But, man, these kinds of stories, like the week or two before the draft, always get a couple of guys, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bone plug? The hell is that, Babs?
I mean, is that a knock on the medical staff that decided to do that? I don't know.
You're always in tune with these.
I am not in tune with a bone plug.
You're thinking of Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan.
Will Johnson, yep. Mm-hmm.
Who had ligament issues or knee issues, again, similar. So.
Did he play his rookie year? Like, what was the story?
He got drafted by the Cardinals in the second round.
That's
like
why we have no idea what happened.
Like early in the second round. I'm trying to see what draft pick he went.
I like it when you're reading and talking because you extend all your words.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to
buy yourself some time.
Trying to buy myself some time.
Well, I can tell you what a bone plug is.
All right, tell us.
A bone plug is a specialized dental or orthopedic graft used for socket preservation, ridge augmentation, or filling bone defects.
Yikes.
These collagen-based there you go with the gummies.
Okay.
That's the product that's in gummies that I didn't want you to look up. Collagen.
Will Johnson went 47th overall to the Cardinals.
Hang on before you get to him. Let me finish this. These collagen-based plugs often contain bioactive calcium apatite crystals that promote host bone growth within 3 to 6 months. Yeah. He'll be out for a while. If he's got to do that. Okay, Will Johnson, Arizona, second round, Michigan.
So he played.
Should have been a first rounder.
Was widely regarded as a first rounder, except but the injuries are what pushed him down. He only played in 12 games last season.
Okay.
He had a back injury in November that sidelined him several games. And then in week 18, he went down with a knee injury against the Rams that ended his season. Now, it was week 18, so he only missed that last game. Looks like the MRI was clear, so nothing major according to this. But, yeah, only played in 12 games. Started 10 of them. Had injury concerns coming out. So I could definitely see that happening.
But
with
a
Jermon
completely
McCoy.
Different injury.
Yeah, it's not. It was
not related.
It was the back injury that took him out most of the year. Yeah, correct. Not a knee injury.
Can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Our rookie 18. Y'all done made me mad with the Reuben Bain Jr. slander. I hope they draft him just to piss y'all off now. Now, here's the funny thing about.
Adam said it's not slander when it's the truth.
Also, he's a public figure, so it's not slander. But anyway, don't need to get into
Okay, that's like
communication.
way deeper.
Yeah, we don't need to get into communications law, which was a 300 level class that I took at night at the University of Tennessee for some reason from 6 until 9 p.m.
Why would you do that? Did you actually go?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a pretty important one to go to.
Well, here's the thing. When you listen, there are 4 very different personalities in this room, okay? And we do not all agree on Ruben Bain Jr., okay? And that's great because I say this all the time. If we all agreed on everything, it'd be a boring world. Babs is anti-Ruben Bain Jr.
I am.
I think he's going to be a hell of a player. Slay does too.
Yes.
I'm just not taking him at 4.
Correct.
So we're kind of all over the place there. Where are you on Ruben Bain Jr.?
I'm not. I'm out on Ruben Bain at 4. I'd be okay.
If they traded back and got him at 8 or 9.
An 8 or 9, I think I'd be okay with it.
Nope.
So I just wanted to clarify that. But thank you for listening. And yeah, it will not piss any of us off. Can't control
It's
it.
all right.
Like so the thing.
It's great to disagree.
So the thing with Ruben Bain Jr., they're the 2 major things: arm length and the off the field issues. All the teams knew about the off the field issues.
Every time you talk about the arm length, she goes into
T-Rex.
the freaking T-Rex,
T-Rex
dance.
Every single team knew about the off the field issues last summer.
Yes.
Mike Bergonzi said that they knew about it last summer. So I'm pretty sure that
it's not a surprise.
It's not a surprise. It's not something they're worried about. The arm length.
No, you don't know if it's something they're worried about or not.
Well,
they knew about it.
They knew about it.
You don't know if it's going to affect the way they pick.
You're right.
Just saying.
But they didn't know about it, so it's not something that's going to be like,
oh
no.
Yes.
Now the arm length. The thing is, I've heard from so many former players that have spoke out about it. That's like, oh, that's not going to be a big deal.
Moan says it's a thing, though.
Okay.
See, but there's others that have said it, but I just don't. I don't know.
This is the concern, though. It's not the short arms. It's in the bottom 1 percentile of arm length for the last 13 years of measurements. That's the problem.
And that's fair.
I'd be okay if it was, shorter arms, mid-range in that sample size. No, the bottom 1%. Bottom.
Greg Burton says, I agree with
really
Babs.
Short.
Greg Burton agrees with you.
Thanks, Greg.
Everybody in the chat's calling him Godzilla.
This is so funny. It's like, what would Ruben Bain do against Godzilla with his T-Rex arms? Trippin' Titan says his arms are so short he can't even drive.
I'm sorry, Ruben. Watch, he's going to end up a Titan in him.
That's not a funny joke to make because he got in trouble for driving.
Yes, he did.
Brycer, I'm annoyed at the praise for Love and the lack of anyone really calling out his concerns. The biggest concern for Love is he needs to keep his feet on the ground. He tries to hurdle people all the time.
Okay.
And he was.
That's not a concern to me.
I will say a concern for Love.
Not a concern.
Hey, man, don't do that. Okay, let's go.
He was
read right.
He was in a split back.
Yes. So is that a concern?
No, I think that's
you?
a positive.
Because less tread on the tires.
199 carries.
Okay, but
these Bama running backs.
But is he not so dynamic that you didn't want to split him?
Or can he go a full 18?
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Or can he go a full 18-game season?
I also wonder
as the main guy?
Because the rookie wall is a real thing.
I also wonder if there's some NIL thing going on there. Where a guy was promised a certain amount of carry. Now, the guy he split time with is the number 2 back in the draft.
I mean, embarrassment of riches.
What was that guy's name? Jadarian
Price.
Yeah. But anyway,
embarrassment of
it doesn't matter. You can nitpick all these guys.
Yeah, and also if you're new to the show, I get it, but we're gonna have fun with like everything. So, you're not gonna get Walter Cronkite on this show for 3 hours. It's not gonna happen. 615-737-1045. You'll hear from the Titans GM. He met with the media
Keith
this week.
Morrison. By the way, I watched a disturbing 2020 last night.
You know that what I get from people because people find out I love Keith Morrison or whatever. They're like, so people will hit me whenever they figure out that Matthew Perry from Friends, who passed away, R.I.P., his stepdad is Keith Morrison. I get messages from people.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
That's his stepdad?
That's his stepdad. Mm-hmm.
He did in this 2020 last night. He did a jail interview or whatever, and it was just the most beautifully constructed thing ever. You didn't do that, did you?
There was the DNA. Oh, that pesky DNA. But those prison interviews, he just leans back. He looks like the most comfortable guy ever.
And he crosses his legs.
And
every one. And he's got like waist too stylish jeans on for a man of his age.
He's an incredible storyteller.
Yeah.
And that's why I like the presentation, the voice, and all those things.
Yeah.
But he's an incredible storyteller. Keith Morrison, Dateline.
So funny.
Yeah, Matthew Perry.
Oh, yeah, Dateline. Did I say 2020? Yeah, Dateline is what I meant.
I think it's Dateline.
It is Dateline.
Okay. More 3HL. Mike Borgonzi met with the media. We cherry-picked some comments that he had that might lead a discussion with you guys. And if you want in, certainly have the room, 615-737-1045.
Good afternoon. It's 5:05. Just been on live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Downs Studios. Some college basketball news today. Texas A&M transfer forward Fatmata Janae has committed to the Lady Vols. The 6'2" forward averaged 11.4 points on 43% shooting from the field, shot 33% from three. In the men's side, Florida Star forward Thomas Houck will be returning to play for the Gators in 2026. He announced earlier today. And Wisconsin transfer John Blackwell, who many regarded as the best point guard in the transfer portal, has committed to the Duke Blue Devils. Blackwell averaged 19 points per game and earned third-team All-Big Ten honors last season. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Vols. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone Tuesday edition. NFL Draft Week obviously underway. We will have you covered on 104.5 The Zone all day long. You can
rip the knob off.
Rip the knob off. You can just go ahead and rip the knob off. Don Davenport is here, y'all.
Hey. Happy Tuesday. We are about 48 hours away.
Is that what it is?
49 hours, right? 50, whatever.
615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045 on X. Yeah, 2 days. Where are we going to be? Nissan Stadium?
On Thursday, we're going to be at Nissan
For the
Stadium.
season ticket holder event.
And Titans Radio will be broadcasting their draft coverage live from the West Club. And then on Friday, we will be broadcasting live from Titans House. And we may or may not have a special guest joining us that may or may not have a special event coming up.
Okay. Executive producer of 3HLSF.
What's up?
Slay Dog is on assignment. Can't wait to hear from him.
I know I'm a little worried about him.
What if they give him like too much hair and now he's got like an afro?
That would be something.
That would be something.
Or he's got like some like long, luscious locks now.
Too many drugs, maybe. Like he hadn't woken up yet.
They might have given him that. Possibly.
Oh boy, yeah, you ain't doing that without that. I wouldn't think, but he was excited about it, so we'll see. He's always trying to bring sexy back. That is one thing that is for sure. Quick non-NFL thing, and then we'll get back to it. If you want in, 615-737-1045. The transfer portal closes tonight. I don't even know what that means anymore.
It means people cannot enter the portal anymore.
They can still transfer. They just have to be in the portal.
They have to have their name and paperwork submitted.
So the door to the portal just closes like a bank vault.
The entrance locks. The entrance locks. The exit still wide open.
It's like the boom boom room. You're one of those lost souls in the portal.
That's what's going to happen?
Yep.
Right there?
Nobody else can come in.
What is former Wake star Juke Harris going to do?
Hopefully come to the Vols.
He's already in the portal, but he's also exploring the NBA draft. So
a lot of guys do that.
Yeah, we'll see. He's the number 4 rated player in the portal, according to On3.com. It's Tennessee, Michigan, and North Carolina or the NBA. North Carolina, reportedly, according to On3, doesn't feel good about where they are, so they're looking at other people.
Yeah, you know what, North Carolina, just go ahead and step back.
Pete Nakos says Tennessee does feel good about it.
I'm sure Rick Barnes does because
they're not looking at other players.
Rick Barnes has been on fire. He knows who he wants, and he's
at least to fill that spot.
He's getting them.
Pete Nakos from On3.com says Tennessee is waiting on Juke Harris and Nate Ament. There's been more and more people reporting that little nugget that he hasn't declared. Which Slay always, every time I bring it up or you bring it up to Slay kind of scoffs. But he hasn't officially done anything. What if Nate Ament came back
The deadline to enter the NBA draft is Friday night. End of day Friday. So he's got to the end of this week.
So all that's happening right in the middle of the draft, too. Dang.
NFL, baby, they'll take over everywhere.
Yeah, they don't care.
Nope.
615-737-1045. Jackson is in Hendersonville. Jackson, what's going on, man?
What is happening, everybody in Titans fans? I don't know if y'all are excited as I am. Man, it is a great feeling to hold number 4 with as much potential as we have for this first-round pick. Just the beauty of having these conversations of who we can select. Dude, I'm looking forward to this season already, and we haven't even gotten to the draft yet. So.
Oh, there we go. All right, Jackson. Thank you. 615-737-1045.
I like it. I
like
like the excitement, the positivity for number 4 overall. A new draft class. Like, is it not the best feeling right after a draft because it's all optimism and, oh, look at the holes they filled.
See,
look at these players.
You've known me a long time, and you know that I'm an optimistic personality type to where
yes.
where I frustrate people sometimes because I'm always trying to find
raising
the good
my
in everything.
hands,
Yes.
raising my hands.
There's a line in the movie Clue that I know you'll get because you love that movie also. But she said, Mrs. White said, he was always a stupidly optimistic man.
Yes.
It came as a great shock to him when he died.
I have breaking news.
Oh, do we need a sounder?
No, but Slay is alive.
Oh,
He
did
sent
he
us.
text
He just sent us a video. He's still sedated.
Oh,
It's got
boy.
no sound in the video, or nobody's talking. He's just showing himself, and he just sent. Oh, he just sent a picture.
Oh, they shaved his head to do
They
this.
did shave his head.
Bald Slay's back.
He looks good with a shaved head.
Look at our guy. He's super sedated. Oh, he's watching us in the operating room. They've got us up on YouTube. What
Oh,
up,
my
Slay?
gosh.
Hey! We're glad you're alive, my man.
Man, if you scream loud enough, the drugs are going to kick out.
That's right. His eyes are very glossy.
So is he already had it done, or is he just now doing it?
I think he.
No, I think he's coming out.
Oh, he's coming out?
I think he's done.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Because he said it was going to take like 7 hours.
Yeah, that's right.
So.
But also, he was supposed to do it tomorrow. And then we get a message this morning. He's like, well, they're doing it today. I'm like, wait, what?
Well, now he gets to come to Circa tomorrow.
Circa. Mint
Yes.
Gaming Hall, Franklin, Kentucky. We'll be there tomorrow from 3 until 6 o'clock.
If you're around there, come see us. Will we
might-
get another Reese and Laura
Visit?
appearance?
Yeah? Boy, that
Will I
shocked
win
you.
another $100 on a penny slot?
We may also be there a little bit longer than 6 o'clock.
I got to go get some cash.
You know how it all works there now.
Yeah.
You get your little card. with
I
your
already
little-
got my card.
Well, she don't even get the card. She just walk up. Hey, remember what I got last time? Cha-ching.
That's what's happening tomorrow. Nissan Stadium on Thursday. Can we say where we're going to be on Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've already
Titans-
said it.
Titans house. We'll be at Titans.
It's a season ticket.
Oh, good.
holder
That'll be
event,
fun.
right?
That'll be fun. Yeah. All right. Peter Schrager.
All right, Peter.
He's been on Jeremiah Love at 4. He's not anymore. We'll tell you about it next. 615-737-1045.
Holy.
And you'll hear from Mike Borgonzi about various things next 3HL.
Healthcare designed for your life. And when I say that, what does it mean? Well, it means medical house calls. And it means that you don't have to leave your house in order to get primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, or medical weight loss. They actually come to you. If you are busy and it's hard to actually find a time where you can make it into a doctor's office, or maybe you don't want to sit in a waiting room where there's lots of germs and sickness, guess what? Medical house calls can help you out. You simply call or text them. Their teams assess what you need. You book your visit, they schedule it, and boom, medical providers at your door to deliver you the care that gets you back as soon as possible. And the best part about it is they do it 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. They have same-day appointments available, next day guaranteed. You can even get your prescriptions right there in your home, so you don't even have to go to the pharmacy. Next day guaranteed, same-day appointments available. Here's your phone number, 615-838-2375. It is healthcare designed for your life. Medical House Calls at medicalhousecalls.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport. Slay Dog has been in touch. So what was the video?
He's alive. There was no sound.
Yeah, it was just him showing the room he's in.
Was he trying to talk?
Nope.
Oh, I'm playing it now.
No effort. Eyes a little glossy.
Oh, they do have us on the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. 615-737-1045. Our rookie 18, Slay going to come back looking like Dr. J. I'm telling you, man. Remember that fro that Ice Cube used to have, man? It was like perfect. It was ginormous, too. Former 3HL guest Ice Cube. I saw him at the Indianapolis Super Bowl a long time ago. That was the first one that I started going to. So I don't remember when that was, like 15 years ago. I don't know. But I saw him, and he was not as tall as I thought he was going to be.
Right.
But he had the perfect fro. Maybe Slay will have that. You don't think?
No.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Let's do cut number 5, Zeph Dog. Mike Borgonzi met with the media this week. He was asked if a trade is possible for the Titans and would they still be able to get a premium player if they did it?
It depends, and I think to answer the first question, I think we're going to remain flexible and fluid where we're at because I do think there's a handful of players that we really do like it for. And now, we've already started the discussions, but just in terms of scenarios, if we move back a few spots, if we went back 10 spots, where would that leave us with players? So those are the discussions really over this that we've been having really over the last couple of weeks, but certainly that's one of the options, Terry.
I mean, if it comes up and they trade back at 4, how nervous are you going to be? Like, even if you're good with it, I still think you will be ill at ease because at that point you're going to be like, because you're going to see who's on the board still.
Right.
And then you trade back, and they don't immediately tell you what the trade is, They just tell you that there's been a trade at 4.
They don't say they traded. Yeah.
Not immediately. And then let's say they trade
you'll know
back.
The team.
Yeah, you don't know the details of the trade at all, like who they're trading with. If it's the Cowboys for 12 and 20, it takes them a minute to tell you that.
Right.
But so then they announce it, okay, a couple picks go by, they announce, okay, here are the details of the trade. Titans trade back to 12 and 20 in the first round. So then you're sitting there, Titans have the 12th pick, and you're going through pick 7, you're going through pick 8, and you're watching these dudes come off the board.
I will say
that you were good with.
Yeah.
The thought of just watching those top 10 prospects just off the board, that does make me sweat a little bit. Because now I'm sitting here like, oh my God, who's going to be there? Who's going to be there at 12?
Mm-hmm.
DP5707 said Jules from Pulp Fiction. That's a good one. And I love that Babs can get that reference now that she's seen Pulp Fiction. You don't remember Samuel L. Jackson's character?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're saying.
Oh.
Jules
his hair.
from
his hair.
His hair.
Okay, sorry. I'd already moved past that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
gotcha.
Squirrel. Borgonzi, talking about cut 7, Zeph. Borgonzi talking about forcing a need instead of the best player available. Where's he stand there?
Yeah, I mean, that's always the I guess the challenge of the draft, and that's why you always stay true to the board, because you can make mistakes if you're trying to force need and you're taking a player that's a lesser value. So I think we always go back to, take the best player. You never know what's going to happen, this year, next year, just because we have a need this year, and how we can acquire players. The draft and free agency obviously is a big part of it, but there's certainly other avenues to acquire players throughout the year. So you never want to make a rash decision and just force a need for a player on draft night. I think that's really why we always talk about taking the best player available, and everybody rolls their eyes. But I think that's important, though.
I feel like every GM and organization says that, but then inevitably many of them reach for a need.
Right. So if the guy that you want in the 3rd round is like, there's still 8 dudes ranked ahead of them, can you move back? and still get the guy you want. And then you have to weigh the risk reward there.
You're rolling the dice.
Right. Right.
And are you in a position to do that if that's really the guy you want? And are you okay with not getting the guy that you really want? You know what I mean? The Titans are not in a position to do that, period, across this roster.
So we were talking about Arvell Reese at 6'4", 241. Can he put his hand on the ground and be a defensive end at 241? I have my doubts on that.
Mm-hmm.
Or is he an outside linebacker in a 4-3 system? Or is he a 3-4 edge rusher, and that's what he is? Mike Borgonzi was asked, how do they see him? How do they view him? How do you use a guy like him?
Yeah, when you look at the physical tools, and for Arvell, I mean, he's one of the more explosive players that I've ever seen. In terms of his burst, his ability to close, his explosion on contact. So he has all the tools to do it. They were using him so much off the ball, on the line of scrimmage. And with a player like that, you can do a lot with early. You can use them in that spinner position, joker, however you want to call it. But you certainly see the flashes there of him being a dominant pass rusher. So I think you're looking at the tools and the upside there.
Flashes of him there being a dominant pass rusher.
Yeah, everybody talks about the ceiling on that guy. Mm-hmm. Is almost you can't see it. So why does he scare people?
Can you take a ceiling guy in the top 5?
I think he scares people because, he's got that ceiling because you see the athleticism and the traits. And what did Greg Cosell call him, a freak?
Yeah, and so after he went on and on about how amazing of a player he was, Babs goes, is there anything that you don't see on film or something that he needs to work on film? And he said, no. He's a freak.
I think
which is crazy.
Yeah.
I think the thing that scares people is you just don't know how he'll fit in an NFL defense, like where he'll fit, like what player he will be. Like, is he going to be a Micah Parsons type of guy that is going to rush the passer exclusively and succeed at that? Or is he just going to be an average, one of those average, like, insane athlete? I mean, that happens all the time where you have guys who are just ridiculous athletes that come out in the draft and they get drafted in the first round and then they go and they're just an average football player in the NFL when they get to guys that are just as athletic as them. So I guess it's the floor, the
floor ceiling.
He's got a lower floor but a higher ceiling than everybody else, and that disparity is just the risky part of it.
615-737-1045. Mid-10 Vol fan, here's some great news. Y'all know me from X. Last week, still cancer-free after a year and a half.
Woo, woo.
Praise.
Shout out.
Lord. Yep, shout out.
God is good. Like it.
Mike Borgonzi, how much of this draft will be used to support Cam Ward?
I think you're always looking to support the quarterback. Certainly protection is one. Getting them playmakers is another thing. So to answer your question, yes, I think that is important.
He kind of laughed at that. Like no Shiano. Sure.
I mean, he's right. You're going to support the quarterback no matter who it is. But when you've got a developing quarterback, it might be a little more of a different deal.
Mm-hmm. More of a priority.
Mike Borgonzi, how is Cam Ward's rehab progressing?
Good. He's been out there. I'm sure you've seen some of the videos online and throwing, and he looks good. He's trending in the right direction.
He'll be throwing during minicamp?
Right now I think he's trending that way.
3HL 1045, the zone 615-737-1045. Peter Schrager, we've got the audio that we'll play for you in just a second, but we're going to clean up one more thing with Borgonzi as soon as he finds it. Interesting that they brought in Hendon Hooker. This is what he had to say about that.
Yeah, he obviously had a great career at Tennessee, and he's had some unfortunate injuries. But we brought him in here to work out, and had a really good workout, and he's a high character kid. So I think he's been a great addition to the room so far.
615-737-1045. Is Will Levis going to get traded on Thursday or Friday? Or hell, Saturday?
Definitely a possibility.
Yes. But I just don't know what he's worth.
Not much.
I just don't know what you can get for him. And if you look at the Titans roster, you're like,
what was the Kenny?
You're going to get rid of him at some point anyway.
What was the Kenny Pickett deal? Was that like that was like a 4th rounder, wasn't it? I keep thinking for Will Levis, if you get a 6, you take it and run.
You compare it more to Kenny Pickett. Would you not compare it to Malik Willis?
So,
and you also have to remember it was a 5th round for Pickett.
Yeah.
Oh, 5th round.
From the Browns to the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah. You also have to remember he's coming off that shoulder surgery too. So, I mean, that's even less of a market for him.
Zeph suggested we play cut 20. This is Borgonzi talking about how much does he listen and pay attention to the smoke screens during pre-draft process.
It's just part of it. I mean, you have to listen to it. You do hear it scuttle, whether it be on social media or people you're talking to in the league. You're trying to collect information and you're trying to figure out what is the right information. But at the end of the day, you have to stay true to your board, know what you have there. Like I said, we've put a ton of work in right now, so we feel really comfortable, heading into the draft, no matter what happens.
All right. Do you also have to participate in it?
Sure. That's the game within the game. Yeah.
615-737-1045. That's funny.
So is Borgonzi lamenting about Jeremiah Love at the Combine participating in it?
When word around the campfire was, he said that Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft?
Yes. And then went on with Buck, I think, and Lucas and them and spoke extremely highly of him, too.
Peter Schrager with ESPN says he's no longer in on the Titans with the thought that the Titans will end up with Jeremiah Love at 4. This is what he had to say.
So what do I know? What do I know? Well, I know I spoke with someone in the organization in Tennessee, and they told me this morning that they have seen 6 different players tagged to them this morning for their 4th overall pick by people in the media. 6. There's the 4th overall pick, and 6 different players have been tagged to them. I will say this. I don't think the Titans are taking Jeremiah Love anymore. I am moving off of that. That was something I had in my mock draft and felt like that was the pick. As we are now 4 days before it, I do not think the Titans are taking Jeremiah Love at 4. I think the Titans are taking either one of the 2 following players. Sonny Styles, the linebacker out of Ohio State, or the Bailey Reese, who doesn't go there or is available. And then my 3rd backstop would be Carnell Tate. Yeah. Carnell Tate could go as high as 4.
No.
What if the Titans took Carnell Tate at 4?
Would Titans fans love or hate that? I would hate it. I think that's reaching.
I think he's going to be a really good receiver in the NFL. He's just not a number 1 because he doesn't have the speed to be.
Well, you ain't drafting a guy at 4 overall who's not your number 1 immediately stepping in.
I wouldn't hate Carnell Tate in the first round.
Or has a chance to be.
I wouldn't hate Carnell Tate in the first round if they traded back and got some extra picks, moved back a couple spots. Maybe that Saints at 8 if they wanted to come up for Love or pass rusher. Chiefs at 9. I'd be fine with Carnell Tate there. I think he's going to go to the Commanders. If I had to sit here and guess, I would say either the Commanders
at 7
or the Saints at 7, 8. I think those are where he fits well because both of those teams need a wide receiver. They have an established wide receiver 1 already. Carnell Tate would be able to step right in and not be the attention seeker like he would here in Tennessee. But to what Peter Schrager said, this is how I feel about that. I think they're lying to him. I think they are lying to him.
Might not be.
I think they're just putting out information.
See, you're hating all of it. This is what I love. I love the back and forth. Like Brycer's in here. What they said, this guy was going to be great, and then this guy was picked in the 2nd round or whatever. Yeah. There are cases like that every year. That's what's fun about it to me. He was like, Big Jeff was the 5th defensive tackle taken. Well, that's a bad example because
That's a terrible example.
he had an ACL and he had the history.
Yeah.
So
that's
he
a
fell
terrible
because
example.
of that. But, you know.
And the ACL to where you knew that you would not have him. Well, you weren't supposed to have him at all in his rookie season. Because it was late.
Somebody did. I forget who it was. Y'all have been really active and creative in the chat today. It's been fun to watch through that. It's tougher when we're missing somebody because we have to pay a little more attention to what's going through the microphone.
What we are both saying.
Yes. But somebody pointed out, like, I don't want to get an offensive lineman in the first round that ends up as a rapper 2 years later on a boat.
I almost cussed.
Isaiah
but I'm
Wilson.
with you. I almost cussed.
Listen, man, that guy had all the physical traits.
God, big
and Sam Pittman was his offensive line coach in Georgia. And, like, some guys just have guys that have them. You know what I mean? And Isaiah Wilson responded to Sam Pittman. So when he didn't have him anymore, he just kind of fell apart. Unfortunately, that's a tough
And
break.
Pittman tried too.
He did.
I remember talking to him, and he was like, he was shocked that it turned into that.
Yeah, and Traylon Burks with all the injuries.
That one probably not as surprising.
So we haven't talked a lot about Jeremiah Lovett for today. There's been so much talk of that. But I do want to come back to, when we come back a little bit, what if Arizona takes him? I think this is the question until the draft. And we've got tomorrow. Rhett Bryan will be on the show tomorrow. Greg Cosell will be on draft day, literally a couple hours before the draft starts. And we'll get a final breakdown from him. But it's funny, like doing the A to Z Sports Draft Simulator, you start to learn about the mid-round guys. And I'm looking over here at the Football and Other F-Words board, and I see a bunch of dudes that, like, I've studied from the mid-rounds, just doing that draft simulator.
Tomorrow, we will also have Benjamin Robinson on. He's the creator of Grinding the Mocks, which does a lot of analytical data with mock drafts and does some prediction stuff based on mock drafts, intel, whatnot. So he'll kind of come in and kind of give us his thoughts on how that top 10 will shake out, maybe what the Titans could be looking at number 4. He'll join us tomorrow at 5:20.
615-737-1045 if you want in. Steve will lead us off when we come back. We've got room for you. One more segment. What are you laughing about?
Brycer put some crazy stuff in this chat sometimes, but this one is kind of funny. Love is like a husband wanting to install a new grill at the house when the house is missing 2 walls and doesn't have a roof.
We'll be right back.
What is happening, good people? MedicalHouseCalls.com. That's where you need to go to. Healthcare designed for your life. It's 7 days a week. They got a number you can call or text to get in touch with anyone to make sure they're at your door to give you the needs that you got to have to get back to feeling like yourself. That is 615-838-2375. Call or text that number, and a team from Medical House Calls will assess what you need within minutes. They'll book your visit, and medical providers will be at your door to deliver care the very next day at the latest. Primary health care, urgent care, IV therapy, all up under one roof. The mobile IV therapy, I've used this at least 3 times. Having a road trip to go on and not feeling like myself, or coming back off a road trip, trying to get my body feeling like I can continue to keep going. So if you're fighting the flu, performance-enhancing cocktails, nurses will come through and deliver. They get your vitamins, minerals, and nutrients going straight to your bloodstream, getting you maximum absorption, giving you rapid results and immediate symptom relief. That's just one of them. All you got to do is reach out to medicalhousecalls.com. This is a different court, Blair.
Same result, Slay.
Oh, okay, Blair. See, that's Tyler Tanner. See, Tyler Tanner's in the house now.
Let's see what you got. Jury's out, Blair.
Blair, come on. Okay, Blair, just come sit down. Come on, Blair. Blair, stop. You're going to get hurt. Blair, get off the court. That's enough.
What's the verdict, Blair?
The courtroom is where I play ball.
Vaughn Durham, injury law. And that ain't got no roof.
.3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Executive producer of 3HL SF. Tomorrow we will be broadcasting live from Circus Sports at the Mint Gaming Hall, Franklin, Kentucky. It's like a 30-minute drive. Come on up.
Come see us.
We would love to see you. Kim Caldwell got another transfer. This player comes from Texas A&M. 6'2". Averaged 11 points and 10 rebounds per game. 10 boards.
That's got to be like one of the better rebounders in women's college basketball to average 10 boards.
Her name is Fatmata Janay. She's from London, England. But her Instagram profile lists her name as Fats. She goes by Fats Jana. I love that. 6'2", 10 boards a game.
Fats?
Fats Jana.
Huh. What if it's like Fots?
Possible.
I like it a lot more if it's Fats Jana. She's my new favorite player.
Also, is it just Fats, or does it has to be Fats Jana?
Fats is good, man. I mean, Fats Domino. Did everybody call him Fats Domino or just Fats? I don't know. It's a good question, Babs. Also, did we let you guys know today that we've been awaiting this all week? Auburn and Tennessee playing for the SEC Women's Golf Championship. I didn't even know the event was going on. I turned my TV on, and it was on the SEC Network, and I heard Peter Burns' voice, and I'm like, what's going on here? And then I watched the entire thing. I watched Auburn and Tennessee Women's Golf Championship. Tennessee had never won one. Auburn is like the women's golf program. They've won 10 SEC titles. It was good. That was Tennessee's first. They had never won one. The men go this weekend. Guess who the number 1 seed is?
Auburn.
Auburn. That's right. 4 of the top 5 men's golf programs are in the SEC.
Maybe Hugh Freeze should coach the Auburn team.
What is he doing?
Probably on a golf course.
He didn't take some kind of advisory role or something, did he?
No.
Analyst?
No. Not yet.
On a golf course, literally.
That'd be my guess.
Right now.
That'd be my guess.
Is he living in Auburn? Because Gus Malzahn's in Auburn, too. Auburn's just like hey, come here.
Hey, you used to be at Auburn.
Underachieve. Get paid your contract and your big buyout and live really cheaply in Auburn and stick around.
Yeah.
We got golf courses for you.
Golish has Gus around.
I always ask this question when we start playing this game. What do you think Isaiah Wilson is doing right now?
Oh, my gosh. I would love to know. We got to get him to call in.
I don't think he's going to.
We got to find Isaiah Wilson.
We should be able to find. Hey, man, 3HL crew out there. They get things done.
Let us know if you know what Isaiah Wilson is doing.
We should put Bam on it since he's always running into
He always runs
players.
into former Titans players and current Titans players.
Bam, go find Isaiah Wilson.
615-737-1045.
And he's a musician, so there's got to be some ties.
Oh,
to him,
we know Isaiah Wilson was hanging around the bars while he was here. So maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he goes and hangs around a bar with live music.
Didn't he have a night over at TSU, too?
Yeah, he jumped off a balcony, and isn't that what the rumor was?
Had a couple of nights.
Allegedly, yeah. Steve next up on 3HL. Hey, Steve, what's up, man?
Hey, this Isaiah's next to me. 420 was yesterday, guys. Rolling up.
I should ask that question yesterday.
Fats, Jana, give her that one. Hey, listen, Dawn, some credit. The only person on this whole, and analytics, schmanalytics, it doesn't matter. You got 10 players to pick from. I'm so glad when this is over because everybody's going to be like, oh, they didn't take my guy, or they did. When are we going to start talking about Cam Ward elevating the players around him? Because we did that a couple years back with a guy named Levis, and now we're throwing him away like yesterday's trash pile. So, Don,
life comes at you fast.
Off to you and Fats Jana with Isaiah Wilson. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you.
I mean,
he was right about 420.
That
He's
was
421.
funny, yeah. Can't you argue that Cam did
Think about, okay, let's
elevate those later round wide receiver
Let's
picks?
attack it from this vantage point, okay? What is Eligaya Manor? What is Chim DK as a receiver? They're rotational players that had to be big minute guys, right? So I would argue that he did do that, especially over the course of the year.
That's my point, yeah.
And think about all that's going on. He's learning an NFL system, right? Like the jump from college to the NFL, we all understand it, whatever. We've seen successes and failures on various levels, however you want to define that. But he also had a head coach that got fired, who was the play caller.
Yeah.
So he's dealing with all this too. So I think when you think about
bad offensive line,
I think when you think about all of those things, I think he protected the football, and
he didn't do boneheaded Will Levis things.
Like in the weeks coming to where the season was coming to a close, he protected the football and he played much better. Multiple touchdown games, all those things. And then we get to the last game, and they literally put up on the screen Cam Ward is the only quarterback in the NFL that's played every snap. And then he dives for the end zone, scores a touchdown, and gets hurt. I mean, right after. Funny how that works.
The jinx.
That was a good call, Steve.
Yeah.
That would have been a great question for me to ask yesterday. That is true. 615-737-1045. Mint Gaming Hall tomorrow. We will be there. Come by and see us. So we broadcast live from 3 until 6 o'clock. We'll be at the Circa Sports. It's a massive building. You drive up and you're like, oh, there's farmland. Oh, there's Mint Gaming Hall. It is right there. And the track's still behind it. It's really cool. The St. Jude Rock and Roll Running Series Nashville is celebrating 26 years running in Music City this April 25th and 26th. That is this weekend. 104.5 The Zone is excited to once again partner on this unique event, which is jam-packed with authentic Nashville music at every turn. Prepared to be immersed in music culture from the expo to the finish line. When you join us for the St. Jude Rock and Roll Running Series Nashville, experience a legendary tour of Music City filled with iconic landmarks such as Broadway, Music Road, The Gulch, the Country Music Hall of Fame, and more. Registrations selling out quickly, so don't wait to get registered. 1045thezone.com.
You going? You getting in? You jumping in it?
Oh, dude. Why would I do that? I don't know. Am I trying to kill myself? What about you?
Nah, hell no.
Zeph?
Do I look like a runner?
Yeah, actually, kind of you do.
No.
Yeah, you kind of have that look, Zeph.
You know, he's got that look. I did go out there and watch one time and clap, and it's kind of an emotional thing, man, when people run by you that have taken on that responsibility and that task, and here's a goal, and I'm going to complete it, and all these things. It's really cool. Did you show me? Did somebody run the Boston Marathon in 2 hours?
Yes.
What the hell is that guy doing?
I don't know. Like, I can't even run a half in 2 hours.
I can't even drive to Knoxville in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I go fast.
I mean, that is blazing.
How in the world?
I don't know.
Like, start a clock on me and stop it at 2 hours. See how far I go.
Well, for 3 hours, you're sitting right here.
Yeah. What's he doing, 26.2? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Is that what the marathon is?
13.1 times 2.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. How far would I go if you start a clock on me? We'd start tomorrow at like 10 in the morning from the radio station and just head down Belmont or something.
Now, you do walk to work.
Oh, I would definitely walk. Oh,
Yeah.
I do walk to work. Yeah. That takes me like 20 minutes.
I mean,
How far could I go in 2 hours? Like, you could walk a mile in what, like 10 minutes?
in my shoes,
for me,
per
it's more
Clint
than that.
Black.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer to that is. And
I-
we're not going to find
That
out.
is insanely fast.
We're not going to find out. I go back to Tony Pauline from EssentiallySports.com. I mentioned from the Senior Bowl that edge rusher David Bailey fits the Titans defense like a duck on water. That's your 3HL bingo card. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll get a sleigh update to you tomorrow as we broadcast live at Circa Sports in the Mint Gaming Hall, Franklin, Kentucky. We'll be there from 3 until 6 tomorrow. Come by and see us if you're up that way. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Hopefully, we were able to put a smile on your face at some point. 3HL is organized chaos. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be unless you're a shout out to Fats Jana.
Fats Jana.
What a name.
Let's go. 10 boards a game.